What's going on, everybody? We're back in here once again with another live stream. Shout out to you guys for being in here, being involved, and being active on this channel. What's going on, live gang, replay gang? Howdy, Lurk Squad. The brothers pulled through yesterday. Isaiah, Kilgoon, and Pon did the Titan Talk for the upcoming Open Beta 13 updates. And of course, they have a Mercury showcase. Allow me to welcome you, brothers. We're joined together to watch this news update. Check out the new god that will be soon joining us next week. Woo, I'm looking forward to this. We live. Good morning, brother. Happy to have you here. All right, let me go ahead and check for any audio issues that may or may not be on my end. Mic check, mic check, mic check. It may or may not be on my end. Sweet. So far, so good. Let us continue. Onwards and upwards. All right, let's go full screen mode. All right, things are looking good. And hit play.
Hello, and welcome in, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Titan Talk. I'm Isaiah, Kilgoon with me as usual, and Pon is with us today because it is time, chat. It is time to talk about Open Beta 13.
Oh, yeah.
Mercury. There's a whole lot of stuff in this update. I was looking at the list from Kilgoon, and I was like, dang. This is probably the biggest show that we've had in a while.
Oh, damn.
So almost certainly... probably not any time for questions towards the end, and we may be hanging out for a little bit more than an hour today, but we'll kind of take the show as we go.
They do balances too
from there. But before we get into it, how you guys doing?
Yeah, doing good. I'm looking forward to a crazy day. I'm looking forward to see chat lose their minds.
Spoilers?
At least twice. I'm hoping for 3, but we'll see. We are going to start out just kind of normally going through the new god and stuff, and then we'll get into some of the more crazy stuff.
Skins.
So,
Skins. Hello.
It's a good day. It's hopefully lucky number 13 for us, and y'all are excited about OB13.
Sweet. Well, before we get into Open Beta 13, we did release a hotfix probably about an hour ago that we wanted to call out. A couple bug fixes in that patch. We addressed an issue with, yesterday we addressed an issue to where you could use blink and the cooldown would be a lot shorter than intended. Yep. And then there were some knock-on effects to that fix to where after that fix went live, you could blink while in combat in some cases. So that's been fixed up. So blink should be acting as normal now.
Hey! The blink bug has been fixed. Oh my goodness. I recently just learned about this bug. I was browsing and I saw a weekend video and it was titled, "Oh, I caught a cheater." It was 2 videos similar. I caught this cheater who DM'd my friend, and then this other one where, there was this one guy who was caught cheating. Oh my gosh, what is this about? Piqued my curiosity, so I clicked and I was watching. Then I found out about the blink button. I said, wow, okay. That's crazy. I had no idea about it. I don't really use blink at all.
Nope.
And even if I did, I didn't know how to replicate or even activate that bug to begin with.
Nope.
So that was a first for me. It was this week too. What was it? Monday or Tuesday? I saw the videos. Whenever he dropped them, they're his most recent ones. And to know that it's already been fixed. Well done, gentlemen. Hopefully the proof that was provided by Weekend was enough to blacklist the Mitch that was abusing that bug, from what I witnessed on Weekend's video. Yo, you can't have that. Can't have that at all.
Nope.
Unacceptable. Blacklist for life. Let's continue.
But the bigger thing in today's hotfix is that Ganesh's aspect did receive a nerf and owned the ability to caught a few different hits there. I believe we removed the protections for self and allies. We reduced the damage and reduced the scaling on it.
And reduced your speed a little
and
bit.
reduced the speed.
No!
So,
I didn't even get to try it.
It ended up being even more good than we thought it was going to be. Now it's probably
Yeah, I think it's one of the cases where like in playtest sometimes like the first pass numbers were like definitely way too low, and then like it gets that feel in the playtest where it's like not doing that much, and we kind of buff it, and eventually it's like, well, we buffed it like 3 times. Let's just crank it to max, and that sometimes is just too much.
Sweet. Well, yeah, those changes should all be live in Smite 2, but shall we get right into what's coming?
Damn it! I didn't even get to try out his aspect, man, before the fix.
Nope.
That's my fault. I was not paying attention at all. Buzzer for me. Well, they fixed it. It's a good thing that they started off high. Now they can just go lower. You know, they can't go any higher, because then it'll go back to, they'll make a revert essentially. So the homie got nerfed. I still want to try out his aspect though. I'm curious. I didn't get to test it out at all. So we might jump into some Smite 2 again after this.
Coming up in the next update, let's talk about Mercury.
Mercury.
Up first. I will
Mercury,
bring up
yeah.
that was a good impression.
Hey, look at Mercury. Yo, he's looking better. Oh, they did give him the cloth. It's like a shirt.
Thank you.
Instead of armor.
Oh,
There he is. Oh, that looks so cool. I like his new update to the graphics they did on his armor. Oh, look at his abilities too. There's the 1. Is that a snake? Number 2. I wonder what that's gonna do. Usually his 2 is a stem. There's a 3. It's a dash into a pull, into a knockback, or yeah, knockback. Then his ult. I'm looking forward to this. Does he have a new passive? No, he can't. He's now the fastest god. Will enter the fray next week. Welcome, welcome.
Impressions, but my Mercury's okay.
There we go. So this is Mercury in Smite 2. Pawn, before we get into the kit, just talk to me a little bit about bringing him over.
Yeah, so Mercury, beloved assassin, has a
Yep.
pretty strong kit overall. Like each ability feels really
Hey,
good.
his
They
jump
all
is
have
the
their
same.
purpose. He's the one punch character where his passive works really well with that.
Yep.
So a lot of his kit is very similar. We focus mostly on some feels improvement things as well as some visual upgrades for him. You can tell he has a new model,
Yep.
which I think we've shown before, and that
Yep.
looks really, really cool. And then we did try to add a little bit of extra spice to encourage really long range ults.
Nice.
So we can go
Ooh.
into each of the new +1 features.
Sweet. Well, let's talk about ability. Oh, a little bit of a little hitch there, but don't mind me. Let's talk about ability 1 first.
Actually, let's go passive. Ooh, you might be in a
Yeah, I
broken
might be in a
state.
broken state here.
Yeah, fast.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh no,
That's not good. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Let me,
Oh, they're having some
see if I
issues.
I'm going to bring us back to cams here.
Yeah,
Let me see if I
interesting.
can
Restart the
exit and
game.
Like another
rejoin.
build.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
wow.
see here. Dun,
Oh
dun,
no, they were doing this
Well, we gotta-
live yesterday.
Yeah.
passive. Smite 1, if you jumped, you did not get passive charge. That has been
Ooh.
fixed.
Hey,
It
let's
would have
go.
actually taken a lot of effort to make it work that way in Smite
Yeah.
2.
Interesting.
But it is just a nice quality of life thing for him. It's one of those things where like because the way we did it in Smite 1, it was really difficult to resolve. It's now just done. So that just Merc players can actually rebind their jump again. Feels good. The AO1 got some visual
AO1.
upgrades, so there's a bit more oomph to the trail. There's a bit more oomph to the hits, where you have like these afterimage mercs that are actually punching the gods that you hit.
Hey, okay.
But the other small thing we did
That's
was we
good to
made
see.
the min size, the rank 1 size, a bit bigger. One, just to make sure that, like, as you're clearing the jungle camps, in Smite 1, you actually have to, like, very finagle it perfectly to make sure you get all of them.
It was
Yep,
a little
all
too
3.
small.
It was a little too small, so we just wanted to make that a little more forgiving, but we still think the value of it ranking up over time so that you're not just poking people for free late, like in the laning phase was still important, so we kept that there. The 2, I
Sweet, helping out with the level 1. AoE radius, so you can hit your targets. A lot better.
believe is the same. The 3 got an extra feature where you can actually now right-click cancel to throw. So this is actually
Okay.
something where if like a lot of the times if you're like you just need to get someone a certain direction, you don't really care what the damage it's providing, you can grab them, turn your camera real quick, and throw them immediately to your team, or you can let it actually time out naturally. And then the ultimate, the big plus one for the
interesting.
ultimate is you now get a burst of speed after you ult. And that scales with the amount of time you spent charging it, not the amount of distance you
Oh,
go.
shoot.
So if you fully charge it, but then aim it at a wall so you don't go that much distance, you will actually get the full amount. And it's like a they're like a 40% speed stim,
Oh
which
my
for buffs
God.
is really, really high if it's max, and it lasts for quite a bit of time, which also contributes to the power you get from your passive. Which means that after you ult, you can miss your first 2 punches to get the final punch hit, and then you crit them for 1,500 damage.
Oh my god. Yo, that sounds exciting. So much synergy working along with his kit. I'm already liking what I'm hearing. I can't wait to see it, man. Mercury is coming back, man. Mercury is coming back. You Merc mains, you're gonna have a blast.
That's also
Seems good.
It's pretty good, pretty good. That's also one of his trackers. Is the highest? It actually tracks your highest crit damage.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool. That's a
shit.
fun one.
He's a character that you can do a lot of things to really optimize that.
Yep. Yeah, that's
and then
really cool.
Actually, one that I missed was this was a feature in Smite 1. We removed it in Smite 1. We've brought it back in Smite 2 with a few extra rules, which is his one will now also proc in-hand effects.
Nice.
Is that the Golden Blade thing? Because you could, with Golden Blade, you didn't even have to be inside the jungle buff area. You could just be passing by on the exterior portion of it, outside the perimeter, and then boom, clear camp. You cleared camp so fast with that combo. Oh my gosh. They had to nerf it because Merc, he was getting fast clear. It was insane.
Used to proc in-hand effects. We changed it to proc ability effects. It now procs both.
Oh,
and
shoot.
as a result, there are some interesting things. So, for example,
It's about to go wild.
Hydra's Lament says when you cast an ability,
Your next
you get your
basic
next
attack.
your next in-hand attack will deal bonus damage.
Yeah.
Which includes the one that you just cast. So Hydra's
Yeah, he's about to be broken, man. He's gonna be broken off bat. Oh my gosh. So is that like a double proc? Because it procs it on the one you just used. So then does the next one also proc Hydras?
This is pretty good. We'll see. We'll see if we need to make some more rules things.
Alright,
you can
give
see
me,
why we didn't do this in the past.
Is he
Two
pure
seconds,
strength
chat.
scaling?
Yep.
He is pure strength.
Okay, because I was about to say you could also do
Okay.
like Poly plus Hydra.
Oh
You
my
can do
God.
Poly, and Poly
Golden
will actually
Blade,
proc
I don't
immediately,
know.
but
Yeah.
it doesn't do that well. Golden Blade, really, really good.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you played
See?
Golden Blade one
Yeah,
day.
Golden
Yeah,
Blade.
I played like a tank version just to really try and maximize it, and I was actually doing. I think I was like second highest damage in that one by being pretty tanky. It's pretty good.
I
If you can
think
get
we
all
are
Tank
good. We'll have to
Mercury?
remake the lobby.
Oh my
we should
gosh.
be in action.
We were
now.
sitting in the lobby for a little while, so maybe something.
So we might need to come up with some more rule stuff for the one.
Definitely.
List, but we do want to generally try and keep this where you can because the theme
low
of the really
immune.
is he's traveling there and punching. So you can see the little after images popping up.
Yep.
There's like a little trail that goes to the location and travels back to
Oh,
you.
that's good
after
to
it
know.
finishes Up. So just a lot of like visual plus ones.
That's
Chucked in
awesome. I like it.
Effort in getting these look and feel really good. There's still a few more things that we need to clean up. Like the there's a crack on the ground. I need to get the opacity fading out. But like those types of things will get done before.
That's his 2.
So that
Low
was the
immune
one.
and the
I think
stim.
we talked through all the changes for that. Anything on the 2 that we want to talk about?
Not on the 2. On the 3, we can
Maximum
showcase
velocity.
the right click to throw.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
So if you dash into this Ymir and then right click, you'll be able to throw it. So that was the normal one. That was timing out. And
So
then,
just right click real
Oh no, I don't think it's working.
do you have cancel bound to something else?
Ooh, maybe.
You gotta check your settings,
I can take a
Isaiah.
look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have your non-standard keybinds.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll look at that.
Well, there's
Looks like
Zolt.
there's something wrong with the
Yeah.
because we actually we'll get to that later, but we actually have done some stuff with the cancel input
Yeah.
that also might be interfering with it. So
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
But yes, the intent
Just
is
some
that you
bugs.
can cancel this ability early. You can almost instantly.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And
there you go.
Pawn
Oh.
is very good at it and was
Pick up and
throwing
throw
this around all
quickly.
over the place during some playtests. And it took a little getting used to, but it was interesting when you would choose to do that versus not, right? Like,
Yeah.
If your team is around to take advantage of the stun, definitely useful.
Mhm.
If you just want to like quick knock up into punching and chase after them, also an option.
Yeah.
Yep, and then if we do the ult,
Okay.
after you cast it, you'll see another buff on your bar. That means you got like 22% of the movement speed. That was my way
there
of
it is.
displaying the
Oh,
movement
nice,
speed
cool.
that you got. So if you fully charge it, it should say 40, which takes 4 seconds. It's a really long charge. Yeah, there's your 40. And you just have a whole bunch of
Oh
extra
my
movement
gosh.
speed that should contribute.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Yes, and you can just keep clapping incessantly if
Yes,
you
you
want to
can.
be a
Yep.
traditional Mercury player.
Yo, as soon as you hear that, oh, And Mercury's about to ult. Yo. Watch out. It's Randy Orton. Just kidding. Then you cancel it, and then you whoosh, boom, cancel, whoosh, boom, cancel, whoosh, boom, cancel. I do like how they show the Mercury model at the top
extra movement speed that
of the ult. Right here, this guy. Before this arc was not there, and the Mercury after image was not there at all either. It was just the rectangle, the edge, and then the whole line. I like that they added that.
Yes, and you can't
as a targeter, so you can actually see where you're gonna land. Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't play Merc that much, and when I did, I missed a lot of his ults. Keep it real, I missed so many ults. Pretty sure my teammates were like, "How do you miss a Merc ult?" It happens, you know. Now with this targeter, I'll have a better depth perception of where I will be landing. I like it. Because the line will disappear once you get past your enemy here. Like, damn. Then you would, at least for me, I'd have trouble seeing, like, okay, I should be passing this guy. And then when I wanted to stop right behind them, I would shoot it every time. Now I can see, though, with the little Mercury up there. It's like, okay, that's where I'm going to be ending up at the end of the dash.
And just keep clapping incessantly if you want to be a traditional Mercury player.
Yeah.
I like how he winds up his fist.
Yeah, he feels really good. I played him in a couple playtests, and I did pretty well with him. You know, if you're used to Mercury, he feels like Mercury, but with some nice +1s.
Yep.
Sweet.
Mercury.
I will hover the abilities just because I know chat likes
I do think one other note is he does not have an aspect.
Yes.
Not yet.
We just didn't, we had a few ideas internally of things we wanted to do for an aspect for him, but none of them really landed. None of them felt that great, and we didn't feel like we wanted to
15-second cooldown on
we
the
didn't really have a strong vision for one. So he does
We'll
not have an
scale it
aspect. He'll basically be added to the pile of gods that as we add
Ooh,
aspects.
flat
for
9 seconds for the one.
If we have a good idea.
Boom.
But he's not going to ship with one.
Sweet. Well, that is Mercury, and like Kilgun said, he's feeling really good.
Yeah,
yo, that stun does
I already saw chat suggest, which was you could make him ranged where his one becomes his auto attack.
Ah, yeah, that could be cool.
That is a lot more. There's a lot more knock-ons in that than there's a lot more to solve there than just making the range
okay.
attack. It doesn't quite work that
So
way.
he's
We
not
did think about
suggesting
it, and we walked through the exercise of trying that one, and it wasn't going to work that way.
Sweet. Well, that is Mercury.
Oh yeah, he does have one more movement speed than every other god. I did make sure that's there.
+1.
I think if you actually go to the passive, I wrote it there.
Let's see.
Right click to get more info. No, I didn't put it in there. I needed.
Oh, not yet.
I need to do that. I wrote the text for it, so it's localized. I just need to put it on the tooltip.
Cool. Sweet. Well, that is Mercury.
So his
and
+1.
I will bring us back to Cam's, and we can check out.
He's gonna have 1 extra movement speed point than any other god on the field, because that is his thing, being the fastest god in the battleground.
Pass really quick.
Ascension pass.
Mercury.
And then we'll look at the aspect, and then we'll.
Not for Mercury though.
No, the other, the new aspect.
Yes.
Oh shoot, Nuwa getting her aspect. I wonder what it's gonna be.
Here we go. All right, so we got Shadow Mercury up first.
His mastery.
I like how the addition
Zombie
of
Merc.
the little cloth just gives a little bit of extra depth to the mastery skills.
And you'll notice when we're looking at even the base model, it has been updated since we last showed it off, and the fabric should be a little bit better than, because that was still work in progress last time we showed it.
Yeah,
cool. And then this is the tracker Pond was talking about.
Crit. There it is.
The highest amount of damage done in one hit by Mercury. So just build that crit.
The trick is you're gonna want crit, Deathbringers, Hydra's Lament. You're gonna want to try and ult someone max range, have as many speed boosts as you want, so get someone to stampede you.
Yep.
Get
Oh my god.
Protections.
Yep.
And then with your first 2 basic attacks, so that your third one hits with your passive.
Yeah.
And you'll make pretty good progress towards this. There's still a lot of ways that you can cheat even more damage out, but
Damn.
Yeah.
Then
That's
you've
a
got the
quick
Mastery
tip right
emote,
there from
You've
Pawn.
got the clap, objectives destroyed, god assists. And
Yeah,
the
I'm looking
second
forward to
tracker is interesting. It's around Mercury.
Around Mercury.
So it's the distance Mercury has traveled relative to the circumference of Mercury. Who came up with this one?
That's a good one.
That's funny.
This was
Hey,
India
yo.
came over to talk to us about what we wanted to do here, and we were chatting about different things that we could be doing, and then we talked about the soul one, which is like distance towards the sun, and we're like, oh wait, what about like running around Earth because he runs really fast? And then I think India had the idea to, instead of doing Earth, do Mercury, because Earth is bigger than Mercury.
Yes.
Mercury, yep.
So
Mercury, Venus,
Mercury is
Earth.
actually more achievable to run around.
It's true, yeah.
Fact.
That's a good tracker.
And I think we figured you had to play something like, it was like 2,000 hours of Mercury.
Oh my
which,
gosh.
if you actually want to get to see
The pun.
100%. So good luck. It's
Yeah.
it's a goal to aspire to.
For sure.
They're so fun. I think
Nice.
we've done some really fun things with the trackers and with the emotes. You know,
Yeah.
I think the Ascension Pass is just really neat.
Yeah, they're so sick.
I like that there's
yeah, and it
stories,
is-
actual stories behind these trackers. You know, it brings more meaning to them. A goal to strive to achieve instead of just, oh, this just this, how many kills you get, or it's this, you know.
Just distance traveled. So yeah, your ult counts, your 3 counts.
nice.
Like
Oh, damn.
while you're jumping, it should count. Yeah.
All right, we got Onyx Mercury.
Yo!
The classic black and gold. looking
Legendary.
Slick. Then Opal.
Opal?
Ooh, I like the purples here on
Yeah.
this, on the armor.
Yeah, the purples
deep
look good.
purples specifically are really cool.
The chest looks
the
goofy
global
though.
emote.
It's weird.
It's close to my heart as
Hey!
an
That's
anime
great.
fan.
Oh my gosh,
Let's see
yo.
if
that
chat
one.
can get the reference here, but this is good.
Good one.
Can't touch this.
And then we've got his wave emote.
Dude, that can be like
The,
any anime
title is
though.
Messenger. You've got your God Kills tracker,
many.
your Mastery badge here, and then last but not least, Radiant Mercury for hitting Mastery
Damn.
level 10.
That's great
Yeah.
looking.
Yep.
Yo, he looks
And
pretty
I'm
cool.
assuming the card effects are still
Yeah, we can
work in
take
progress.
a look. Oh,
They might be done. I don't
Yeah.
know. They look good.
yeah.
Looks like you're going fast.
You gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Speed lines.
Sweet.
Speedster.
All right, that will bring us back to cams. I believe next up on
Next
the list,
on the list is
the
new
aspect
WA
for the
aspect.
aspect.
Do you want to talk us through what we should be expecting?
Yeah,
here?
Pawn, let us
new
know.
aspect. So this is
Inform
a
us.
bit of a nod to move her towards a playstyle people have already done decently successfully, which is in-hand
support?
new wall.
Or no?
With a few other tweaks that just give her some different ways to play. So the big thing, the biggest part of this is actually Fog Cloud is getting pretty significant changes. The first part is that Fog Cloud, instead of just traveling forward and staying forward and just going the same speed the whole time, is it'll start going forward and then slow down and stop and become like an actual field. So you can just drop this on a wave and it'll actually stay on the wave and deal damage. That's already just a change. That's pretty
awesome.
different. But the secondary change for it is if you're in the field and
Okay.
you auto attack, you are not revealed from stealth. You stay stealthed. So you can drop this, go into the fog cloud, and basically be a turret that's really hard to see. People are going to have to react to the actual projectiles you're shooting.
Oh my
So
gosh.
this gives her just an area where she's really, really, really potent. that
Super
helps her
sneaky.
Generally be a bit safer to be more close to like trying to land her auto attacks.
Yep.
So
Oh my
pretty cool
gosh.
change off the bat.
I like that already.
There's some other things to support it as well. So, for
else?
example, I think it's Strength of Fire, which is the one you get for your ult. That now gives you a significantly more increased attack speed. So that after you ult, it's basically your ult's kind of a stim, because the ult, if you're doing in-hand stuff, isn't as
Auto
good,
attack?
because you're not getting that much int scaling.
Nuwa?
The second part of that to help that, though, is that it now deals damage based off 80% of what your basic attack would be. So as you build
my
more
God.
strength, as you build more in-hand, if you have like Dagger of Frenzy and pop that,
Yeah.
that'll
Auto
contribute
attack.
to your ult
Or
damage
attack
instead
speed.
of int. And then I believe it's the 3 damage lost some int scaling, and the 3 explosion
Yeah.
damage lost int scaling. So you're not relying so much on you're really looking for the stun on that
On the
combo
burst.
rather than
Yep.
the actual damage that Shining Metal and the Clay Soldiers provide.
Yeah, and then another big one here that I can see in the text is that Fire Shards now scales with basic attack power, can critically
Oh,
strike,
yep.
Oh.
and procs basic attack item effects. So
Oh
you
my
can crit
God.
with your ult now.
Yep.
Ah.
Strong.
Why did we need that?
Yeah.
Is that really necessary?
This will just be the thing that happens after we
fun.
go live with this, and everyone makes like 3 Reddit threads about how strong it is.
Oh,
we
no.
remove it.
Let's see if I can build some
They're
creative
foreseeing
shut
it
off.
already.
We'll do Rage. We'll do a Deathbringer.
Go to crit.
You can also get the death metal. Death metal's good here.
Oh, yeah.
Go to crit.
Here,
Crit chance.
Death Metal. Here we go. And Demon Blade as well. Why not? Sure.
Yeah.
How much?
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
And
813.
you can see that that strength of fire.
Oh
bonus as
my
well.
gosh.
Getting some of that bonus.
Yo,
attack speed.
ADC Nuwa
This is
incoming.
also a really good time to show off something that I was going to talk about a little bit later in the quality of life section, but I think we're kind of showing it right now. We now have a new reticle with hit markers. So there will also be a sound tied to the hit marker that's just a little bit in progress right now that will be coming soon. And then right there you saw the kill marker.
Killed.
So when
I
you,
hadn't seen that yet.
so when you get a kill, it also shows it right in the middle of the screen.
What?
So it's
It's
really
always been there, though.
easy to see when you're hitting and when you're getting kills, and with the audio feedback too.
I'm guessing it's.
When you're hitting and when you're getting kills, and with the audio.
This guy right here? Is that what he's talking about? I've always seen that though. This summon's a lot bigger. Or is it the red part that they added? In hit effect.
Feedback too. We've seen some mock-ups of it. The sound should be coming tomorrow, I think, in our dev test.
I saw the little red mark.
It should just feel a lot more like I am making impact on things. And it's a lot more obvious what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's also nice, like if you drop if you're like playing a character that drops like a tick field and you drop it behind you, you can actually like tell that your opponents are actually chasing you because they're getting ticked by it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then also, you will be able
That's good to know.
change the color of your reticle in the settings menu. You can choose between white, cyan, green, or red.
Let's see.
You
No,
can
there it is.
change the thickness of your reticle. And
It was
green
blinking
or
red. Yeah. There it is.
in the settings menu.
Bam, there it is.
You can choose between white,
I guess that's the new
cyan,
thing
green,
he was
or
talking
red.
about.
You can change the thickness of your reticle in the menu. And that's it for the reticle stuff. So there's a lot more other stuff in this update, but the new hit marker plus kill marker, change color, change thickness should be good feeling for everybody. We were also just talking this morning about currently we're still hiding your reticle when you pull up an ability targeter, and we might make a separate setting that lets you leave that on while you pull up targeters if you're the kind of person that would like to see that. So
the ruler.
Yeah, lots of quality of life stuff going in.
Hell yeah.
And that's just the start of it.
I know, right?
Yeah, we're barely.
I did not even think this was going to make this patch.
Not even 20
Charlie
minutes
was
in.
just like,
Oh, yeah, it's
oh yeah,
in."
that's in. I was like, wait, really? So like we did. That's why the audio isn't in yet, because I was like, oh, no,
Damn.
we don't have to worry about that for this patch. So,
It is. Yep. I like that
pretty cool.
feedback right there.
All right. I believe next up on the list, Kilgoon, as I bring us back to cams, the new Q screen, right?
Oh yeah, we were gonna do that first.
Yeah. Kilgoon's like, I'm waiting because I know what's coming up.
Yeah. So
Trying to jump the gun.
As part of this update, we're shipping an all new Q screen.
And you might notice
Hello.
things that look a little bit different as we get here.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this should be a very easy to understand, straightforward screen. So
Yes. Quick play. Will this take you to regular? Oh no, here it is. Fast-paced games with more something and building. I'm gonna say quick play takes you to arena and assault. Or what's the third one? The 3v3 joust. Unranked is regular conquest. Competitive raises a ranked conquest. And then versus the AIs. Oh, Olarannas. There's King Arthur, Hera. You know they're gonna be here. These two definitely. There's this training. And I don't know what this one is.
if you want to queue for normal, you would click, it's actually say classic, it's not gonna say unranked.
Mhm.
Click classic,
Oh,
and then click
oh
the mode you
no,
want to queue
all
for.
of
Yeah.
them. Oh,
And it's that
shoot.
easy.
It's easy.
Super straightforward,
Yep.
easy to understand. I think the style of this also looks pretty darn good.
Yeah.
People are like, King Arthur, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we have a lot of great art from Smite, and we're like, we should use the great art from Smite to
Yeah.
make these queues look cool. So,
Yep.
so you know, every god is going to come over
Repurposed.
eventually. Obviously, there's some gods featured here that aren't in the game yet. Yeah, and then
Oh,
we also
Conquest
have
and
moved duel into the competitive section,
Yep.
just because we thought it flowed better, it was easier to understand.
Ooh, okay.
I think that's most of what's. If you go to one of the big things about this too is that we've moved the the custom queue screen to our faces are covering it.
Oh,
And that button says custom down in the corner.
Let's see here.
So-
Toggle my cams. There we go.
Yeah, if
There it
you
is.
want to play,
I'll get us out of the way.
If you want to play a custom, you would click on that now, and then you would create a custom lobby. This is kind of still the same UI that was before, because. But previously, the UI put such an emphasis on custom games and custom game browsers that a lot of new players thought that, like, oh, I'm supposed to be playing custom games.
Yeah, you'd see people making rooms and they just sit there with like 1 out of 10 people and be like, I guess I'm supposed to be waiting for people to join.
Like, no, this is not a server-based game where you make your own server and wait for people to join. No, you hit the queues. Yeah.
And then under training,
No new
is
players.
Your Conquest Tutorial, Arena Tutorial, Jungle Practice, right? So
There
so
it
easy to
is,
get to all those things. And then the last thing I'll call out is that so versus AI actually goes a layer deeper. So you click versus AI, then you click Conquest, then you'll pick which difficulty level. you want.
Okay.
So you do still get to pick a difficulty level. It's just 3
good
clicks
to
in.
know.
And we think this is a good layout for the screen, in part because is the home screen safe to show right now?
I believe it is. There might be a slight spoiler for another skin that we're going to talk about later, but that's fine.
That's fine. Oh no, there's not even. Okay, so also as part of this, the button has changed.
Oh, there it is.
So
Down here, I
you'll
see
it's just slightly different in style, but there's no longer a separate
this
change
one.
queue button. You just click on the top part to change which queue you're in,
This one.
and then you
Right
click
here.
play and click, and then the
Ooh,
function of
join
that
the
will change.
queue, okay.
So should be a little bit more straightforward. We're still working on a couple things about this button in this presentation, but it's too high right now. There's some other things that are going to get better about this, but there will also be a different button interaction, and it will remember the last mode you played, same as we're doing right now. So you don't have to go into picking your queue every time you want to play, but it should be a lot easier to pick queues and to understand what you're picking.
Yeah.
So
Sweet. I like that.
Is that it for queue screen?
I think that's it for queue screen.
What's in quick play? Go over quick play,
Chat
please.
will get to it, I promise.
What is quick play? That's a good segue.
We'll get to it.
I'm just going to go ahead and queue for it. I'm going to hide cams because it will take me to the
Wow, they heard me. They heard me. I'm in the studio with them. I was there. I was there yesterday.
the lobby. There are probably some stuff in the lobby that I
so-
don't want to show, but I'm going to go ahead and queue for it, and I'll bring us back in game whenever I'm in game.
What? You give me a look.
Well, you're like there's a pause.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I
Trolling.
wasn't trying to be overly dramatic. I was just trying to think of the best way to
He's
start.
teasing chat.
Quick
He's
play is
teasing
an
us.
all-new style of playing that's coming to Smite 2 as part of this update. That's kind of an experimental testing ground to do a number of new things. The number one goal of Quick Play, like I said, is to be this experimental ground and to see both how new players and existing players
Interact.
react to some potentially bigger changes to the core Smite formula. So in
PvE?
this first out, we're going to have Quick Play Arena. And Quick Play Arena is going to be the default queue for new players.
PvP.
Because we want to know how new players react to playing the game with these changes.
PvP into
Once
a
you get to a certain
PvE.
level, you'll unlock the normal casual queues. Once you get to another higher level, you'll unlock the competitive queues, same as always. But this will be the new default because we want to see how it affects new players and how they react to some of these things.
Yes.
But a lot of these
New
features
players.
are things that we think could
Welcome.
escalate
I
and
welcome
leave
you.
the quick play queue and become part of core Smite over time. Possibly very soon if people are like, this is amazing and we should just do it. But we wanted to try these things in a safe place first.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did I describe that fairly well?
I think that's good. It gives us an opportunity to also just like, there's some things that like we'll debate internally about, does this feel good, does this not feel good? And when you're talking about disrupting a whole bunch of core existing players' feels about how the game is, it feels really weird to like try and move that into that mode, where this mode is largely it's going to be focused on new players, and they'll be a really good litmus test for how things just feel as a gut reaction. It also gives people who are existing players the opportunity to try them out and give us feedback on it, rather than it being in the middle of their ranked conquest experience, right?
Yeah.
So we'll take big swings here sometimes.
Yes. Yeah. Big swings. I keep talking about big swings. This is where you'll see most of those start out.
Good.
Right?
Well,
so
let's take a look at it, shall we?
And I will say, why is it called Quick Play? Somebody asked. It's called Quick Play because we want to make, like, the match itself should be faster.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's just part of the thing. So we'll get into the whole.
That's what I want.
All right, cool. Well, I am bringing up the handy dandy desktop, and immediately something's different.
Yes. So the first thing
3
you'll notice
items
is you
only.
actually are going to choose a build, and this isn't just auto build. And these, again, these text things are very simplistic in what they are, and we're working on the presentation of the screen. But the goal is here to just give a player an idea of what they're going to be doing in this match. So do you want to focus on crit damage, attack speed, or durability damage?
Let's crit.
Yep. So hit crit, and let's
Already?
hope this works.
What is this?
If you hit I real quick, you can
Let's
see
see
if it works.
Inventory?
This isn't worked.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
let me come back.
Hit rejoin.
Yeah, we're still a little.
Yeah, we're working on bugs right now.
So, real quick, why are we doing this now? Where you have to pick a style of build at the beginning, and
Interesting. I like that they're taking big swings in order to improve player count, player retention. You got to make some changes. You got to make changes by taking big swings. If you miss, you learn. Move on, move forward, move to the next swing until you start connecting. Oh my gosh, you may take some L's. You may take many L's. Although the point is to continue to strive for improvement. I like it. I like the direction they are headed with all these new changes they are making. Welcoming new players. Welcome. I like that.
then pick your own items.
One of the
Because historically, we tried to hide building for new players because we were like, oh, it's overwhelming. We don't want to, like, they should just have fun and play the game. But we've been hiding one of our biggest, like, selling points for why you want to play Smite.
All right, I'm
It
good
is
now.
fun to come up with a build and to
Control.
theory craft and to build
Yeah.
against people. So we're trying to make it easier for new players to understand, like,
Okay.
what's the fun in this game with items with a slightly simplified way of approaching it.
Yep, that and control. You have way more control over your character, over your build, over your play style in this game than any other MOBAs. That's why I love it. That's why I play it. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, so now what it'll do is, as you play this match, you'll accumulate gold like normal, and then when you have enough gold, it's going to pop up the screen that says, hey, pick one of these 3 items, let's go. Do you want strength, and we need to go fix some of the text on this. It's in my past, like, displacement immunity on Devour's Gauntlet is really weird text for this either, because that's not what it does. But essentially, you're going to read these short descriptions and go, yeah, that sounds really interesting, let's go.
I want rage.
Yep, you pick up rage.
I'm going to go play.
You'll keep playing, and you've made a choice. You've kind of learned a little bit about what rage does, rather than being just given it and you don't really ever learn the item. And then as you play, you're just going to continue to accumulate gold. You're going to be presented these options.
Dude, that honorable 1v1. Yeah, that rarely, I won't say never.
Nope.
Because sometimes it does happen. This rarely ever happens where you have an honorable 1v1 and nobody else gets involved. Once in a blue moon, maybe, if you're lucky. Most of the time, you see a 1v1, and then bam, either the enemy team joins in and you get goon squatted on, which will then force you to go and aid your teammate, or it's your teammate who initiates the breaking of the 1v1 rule, goon squatting the opponent, and then the enemy team is forced to join in on the fray as well. These are AI, though. They're AI, so 2 humans will rarely ever achieve this.
Making a build based off what is presented
Is my
in front of
point.
you. It means
It's
that you
more
get
like
to learn
this.
a little about the Smite item experience without it being completely obscured
You
by
got
alibi, but it
That was a perfectly timed ult by the AI Cuckoo. Yo, and that knockback for the Kukulkan ult is insane, man. Yesterday, I was playing a quick game of Arena, and Kook ult saved him so many times because of the knockback that I received. I was right there, and then he ulted, and then I got sent all the way to Egypt. And he just slithered on back to base. It was awful. I didn't like it.
you get to learn a little about the Smite item experience without it being completely obscured by auto-buy, but it also doesn't mean that you have to dive into the whole component-based system and super strategic depth and like optimizing these build paths, and it's something that everyone's going to be experiencing, so you're on even footing with it.
Yeah, and I think another good part of that is that like this is tier 3s only, so you aren't you cannot build normally in this mode.
Yeah.
You are presented with 3 tier 3s from a pool that is selected by your initial decision.
What is this guy though?
And then you pick one of those 3 tier 3 items.
Yeah.
So It's
Once you have all the money ready, then you can buy.
It should be easy for players to understand.
Yep.
Very roguelike, and very understandable if you've played other modern games.
Yeah.
Cool.
It also
Can you
just
turn on the volume on the game a little
Oh,
bit?
yeah,
It's
one
super
second.
loud
Yeah.
right now.
also just
It's
really
bad.
cool quick tech things. It also has a lot of support in the back end for us to like adjust probabilities of things, and also like ways for you to deviate. So like if you pick the ability side, we might suggest a rage still and be like, hey, does rage sound interesting? And if you pick rage, it actually says, okay, cool, Deathbringer is now on the table for you, so that later on we can give you a high chance of seeing a Deathbringer because you chose to kind of deviate in the build. It tries
get
to
on the new
support
markers.
things that you're trying to do. It also supports Vulcan, which I
Run,
wasn't
Isaiah,
expecting this
don't get
patch,
got
so
by the
Vulcan
bot.
actually has like his roguelike do. It also supports Vulcan, which I wasn't expecting this patch.
shit,
So
what?
it tries to support things that you're trying to do. It also supports Vulcan, which I wasn't expecting this patch. So Vulcan actually has like his roguelike pick 3 at 1, 7, and 14 actually works, which is just really, really cool. And it's just, I think this is going to be a fun way for new players to just get into the action immediately.
Yeah, and I'll say
Ooh.
somebody
I like that now they changed the bull to react to whoever's attacking it. Because before in Smite 1, you have to be right in front of the bull in order to stop him from moving. And they just put you in a horrible place to get wombo comboed or just get got easily by the enemy team. So the fact that they changed the dynamic interaction between the bull and the attacker to him react to getting aggroed, you pull aggro. I like that. So he stops his movement and then his attention is focused on you. And see here, he's right there by the portal. Before, if you were attacking from this angle, he would just still walk and ignore you. And then bam, you'd lose tickets. What, 5 or 10? Now, the dude stops. You're out here off on his flank side. You attack him, he aggroes you, and then he stops and it starts engaging you, which prevents him from going into the portal, through the portal, which that was the goal the entire time. So I like that they finally changed this interaction between you and the bull. Well done.
says, well, I know how to use items. I should be able to build the way I want to build. This is one of those systems that, like, I don't foresee us bringing a full roguelike building system into the normal queues ever. But we may add like a separate tab of the home of the screen which presents items in this way, so that if you're used to this style of building, you can transition more easily into playing the more classic gameplay if you want to do that.
Yeah,
so
it's all about getting people to. It's with auto-buy, you could turn on auto-buy and then never look at it again.
You never pay attention to the items. You don't know.
And don't understand why this game's fun.
Yep.
It introduces it to you.
You don't know how things work. You're missing a lot of information. And if you want to build your own build, don't play quick play. It's as simple as that. This is tailored mainly for new players. And then for old players to provide feedback. So if you want to build your own build, hit up normal arena. Go to conquest. Go to a different mode. Don't try to enforce your own desires onto a mode that's not built for that.
It's just a clear path that when people do move outside of this mode, they can have something that feels familiar to them, but you can still have the full depth available for when they're ready to explore it, and be way better equipped to actually explore it this time.
Okay, so that's the first thing. There's a lot of stuff in quick play. The second thing.
Oh, he's 2 levels down.
Can you push the shift button?
Sure.
Yeah, finally.
Yep. You have a little micro dodge. If you are looking at that, it's on the relic thing. Right now, that's a bug. It's not supposed to be on top of the relic thing. But there is another bind for you to use, which is this little combat dodge.
Yes. We like the idea of giving players more tools to be able to play the game with.
Yes.
And to do things that lean a little bit more into the action.
I missed it.
Of giving.
They said a micro dodge.
Yes.
I missed that whole interaction.
Top of the relic thing.
Hang on. Let's run it again.
The shift button?
Sure.
Oh, yep. I see it. I saw it. It's a little jump. A little strafing jump.
You push the shift button?
Sure.
Dude, it looked like a normal jump. I missed it that first time. Wow. Okay.
Can you push
Okay,
the
that's the
shift
normal
button?
jump.
Sure.
Yep. You have a
Oh.
little micro dodge. If you are looking at that, it's on the relic thing right now. That's a bug.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be on top of the relic thing.
I like that.
Another bind for
Oh,
you
he
to
did
use,
it
which is this
again.
little combat dodge.
I think he did it again.
We like the idea of giving players more tools to be able to play the game with.
Yes.
Yes.
And to do things that lean a little bit more
There it is.
into the action-y, fun aspects of Smite. This is obviously a big
There it is
change.
again.
Giving everybody a dodge is
How many times can you
crazy,
do it?
right?
Yes.
I have dodged a lot of abilities, and maybe it doesn't feel
What's
good
the
when your
cooldown
ability is
on
being
it?
dodged. But the fun thing is that everybody has this, right? And you know, like, you can play around it in a way.
Oh.
Like, I think the
Or you
best
can dodge out of
corollary
a
of this
3
is
like
combat
that.
blink, right? People
Yeah.
liked being able to reposition in the middle of combat.
Yes.
But repositioning in the middle of combat when it was sometimes asymmetrical,
Yeah.
when it was hard to read how people were moving and hard to play around, was harder for us to be cool with. But this has been really fun in our playtesting and has been something that, like, we've playtested this in Conquest, and it's been fun. But we wanted
do
to
it
give it
again?
a first try here in Quick Play as this experimental thing. To
Oh,
where we
oh,
may
he
eventually,
dodged that.
You know, include this in another mode.
The Loki basic.
I would say you can't do it while you're crippled.
Yeah, it follows
Okay.
the same
Yep.
rules as like any other dash ability would.
That makes
So
sense.
if you're crippled, silent, stunned, you can't use
Oh,
it.
he's dead.
It doesn't
I
give you
died.
iframes.
Oh no. No, Isaiah. Homie. Oh, he's level, is that 18? I think 18. And he's 14. Yo, he got by a 4 level difference. Kukulkan AI. That's funny. I think that was on purpose.
Nope.
Not really. Although if it was great. He's like, oh, I died.
You're crippled.
Yeah, it follows the same rules as like any other dash
Use it
ability
twirly.
would. So if you're crippled, silent, stunned, you can't use it. It doesn't
I
give you
died.
iframes.
Oh, I died. I find that so hilarious. I think playing a game with him would be fun.
It doesn't. It has a few other small features, like for example, if you're running forward, if you just hold running forward, see how you still are
Okay.
kind of moving faster.
Yeah,
That's something
you
we're
can see it.
experimenting with.
You can see it right here on the periphery. That burst of speed feeling. Yep, there it is. When you're running fast. You know, like in the animes.
Running forward, see how you still are kind of moving faster. That's something we're experimenting with. We've also talked about like expanding on the system more to try more experiments, like maybe different types of characters get different types of these abilities where the way they move is slightly different.
Tusky barely-
Range versus melee characters
Tusky
right now,
didn't get her.
actually. The melee dash is actually a bit stronger than the range character dash. So this is
Ooh.
just a lot of room for us to explore this type of thing.
You can get there fast.
Obviously, cooldown's very low, but
Oh.
we wanted to make it a powerful thing that players interact
He
with again,
oops
'cause
there.
we're just seeing how this feels to actually have in the game in a mode that's really safe for us to experiment with this stuff. And it also gives new players coming in a bit
is
more
their
of an
lab.
activity feel, and we'll see how they feel about that.
Yeah,
Experimental
and,
lab.
Right now the UI is bugged, right? It shouldn't
Yeah.
be displaying on top of
Yes.
the beads.
My
That's something that
relic,
we'll be
yeah.
fixing before it goes live. It does not give you iframes while you're dodging. It just lets you reposition. And it's
And it's 8-way, so it's you can backwards, you
Ooh.
can left, right.
Like the mini Rama
So-
jump dash.
that's one of my crazy things. Another thing which you have been seeing
Yo,
this
I think
whole
it's a lot of
time,
fun.
but perhaps
I like
have not
it.
realized it, is that in quick play, your auto attacks are traveling slightly faster.
Yep.
This is basically the same as
Is
if
it?
you had Griffin Wing Earring in Smite 1.
Correct.
Oh,
So we feel like there is room for base attack speeds to move slightly faster so that they feel better.
Yes.
So, you know, maybe it's a little bit easier to hit, but there's still some counterplay to it, especially with dodging now, right? But it just makes playing the game feel a little bit better for new players in a
Yeah.
way that felt good for Smite
Hello.
previously, right? Because like Griffin Wing
Sylvia
Talon didn't break the game.
Stolari
Just
Voca.
increasing the auto attack
Welcome.
speed slightly.
Thank you. Let me acknowledge you. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. How's your day going so far? The button sound will trigger when it wants to trigger. I already pressed it, so that's a buzzer for me. Not for me. It's a buzzer for the buzzer. My buttons aren't working. Oh, fantastic. Damn. Let us continue.
Acknowledge me.
There we go. Okay, so delayed. There we go. I'm acknowledging you. Once again, thank you very much. Sylvia, appreciate the sub. Hope you're doing well.
Or Griffin Wing Earring didn't break the game. Just increasing the auto attack speed slightly could potentially be another way that we're experimenting again.
I like that because the initial attack speed is so slow. Oh my goodness. Like, oh, it's so slow. And for new players, having them have a faster attack speed will make a lot more sense. That way they can learn the game a lot better and not struggle into building into attack speed so your attack speed can be faster, you know? Although I think I might be misinterpreting things here. Saying the attack speed of the projectile. The projectile speed is what I think they're talking about. I'm talking about something else different entirely. Either way, the base attack speed in regular mode and the projectile speed itself is super slow when you're starting off in just any regular mode. And for it to have it be a lot faster, that will feel a lot more smoother and natural for new players. Because again, they don't know what to build into to get their attack speed to go faster. And I don't even know if, I don't think Griffin Wing is even on here. So their projectile speed is going to be super slow all the time. Which will just add into the frustration factor. So eliminating that for new players, I think that's a plus.
Better for new players in a way that felt good for Smite previously, right? Because like Griffin Wing Talon didn't, or Griffin Wing Earring didn't break the game. Just increasing the auto attack speed slightly could potentially be another way that we're experimenting again in this mode to see how it feels.
This is their laboratory. This is their kitchen where they will be cooking. I like this. This is a great new addition that they're going with. This is a big swing. I'm pretty certain it's going to be quite positive.
And then I think
only player haters will make this new addition turn out negative. That's it. Those that really don't support the game or just have horrible character and personality, that's the only way any of this new stuff gets put in a negative light. Because all of this is positive to me. I like it. I'm enjoying it, especially for the new players too. I'm excited to see how they react and what they think. So player haters, all the Mitches, that's the only way this goes down. Which is why I would like the player pool to increase. So that we can all have fun. Drown out the Mitches, man.
the other thing about quick play is you can tell the game's actually about to end.
Yeah.
It's probably actually a little fast right now. We were talking about like the actual tuning. Like, we need to do some things to tune the speed of this, but it is meant to be faster than the standard arena match. As well as it's a lot more accelerated in the amount of gold and experience
you about to get got. Oh, no.
And the death timers are a lot faster, so they can just get back into the action more. Again, the goal is
we lost.
You get into this. You have
I know. Oh my gosh, Isaiah's hilarious, man. He's so chill about it. He's so unbothered. He's like, we lost. You know, it is what it is. I bet, I'm telling you, playing a game with Isaiah would be fun.
Accelerated in the amount of gold and experience you get. And the death timers are a lot faster, so they can just get back into the action more. Again, the goal is
we lost.
You get into this. You have a relatively quick experience. I think we're looking about 10 to 12 minutes. Is kind of our goal right now. And so
10 to 12,
we're doing
that's good.
things to just to make sure that it fits that mark. We're in the middle of doing a balance pass right now.
Yeah. Chat has a good question. How does this work on console? On console, this is going to be bound to, I believe, the same button as cancel skill. So if you do not have a targeter out, then that button is dodge. We played around with a lot of things. That was a button that we've always had in the back of our head as if we were to do something like this would be a really good home for it. So it's a pretty obvious face button. It does mean you can't dodge while you have a targeter out, but you probably would want to cancel that targeter anyway first. So that should be pretty good.
Yeah. And then I think another note that someone brought up about like isn't this just a buff to like ADCs? Well, one, it's for quick play only, so it doesn't affect anything outside of that.
Yeah.
But two, if this were to expand out because people like it, we would be looking at how to make that work. Like, we're already in talks right now about like range characters, making the auto attack the thing that they primarily use feel really, really good was the goal. Melee attackers also have room for improvement too, in ways that they feel they could get different types of advantages. There could be different trade-offs that are made. If any of this stuff moves out of quick play, which again, it's just an experiment bed, if people like it, we can talk about moving it out of that.
That's for a later
come
time.
with the suite of things that need to be done to also support it, right? Like, if you just make every hunter auto attack 40% faster and you release that out into ranked,
That's
it's
broken.
a hunter meta almost instantaneously.
Yep.
Right? And we're aware of that, right? That's why it's like running this test of how does this improve the feel for players who are just playing the game for the first time. If you bring it to everyone, it will just fundamentally ruin the ranked experience because it would completely upend the balance. But if we know that it has legs to continue iterating on and exploring on, we can start to do that work that makes it make more sense.
Yep. Okay. Do you want to do the next?
Yes.
Yeah, already they want to bring in stuff for new players and for existing players. God damn. Some stuff is just not for you. It's not meant for you. And that's okay. You know, accept it. Move on. If you want to experience this, go to quick play. Pretty sure you'll have fun. That's the point of it. But to have all the experimental stuff be put out to the masses of old players, nah, man, you're jumping the gun, man. You're trying to fly when you haven't even learned to crawl, walk, and then run. You know? There's a sequence of events that must be followed through before you can get to anywhere. Homie's just trying to go whoop from A to Z without going through the rest of the alphabet. It could have been an innocent question. Who knows? Point being is, don't rush through things, man. If stuff's not meant for you, accept it, move forward. That's it. You know, don't be so attached to things. Detach yourselves. Have a more objective and logical perspective on things.
So
what's next?
We are also going to be making a change to action cam.
Cool.
To push the game again even more into a more familiar place for people who have. Oh, you don't have your reticle.
Oh my gosh. That's insanely close. That's a little too close for me. That's crazy. He's so zoomed in. Your field of vision is so limited. This is for new players, though. Again, for new players, this is probably going to feel a lot more natural. So you learn how to prioritize targeting and what is in front of you. As an old player, it's like, oh my gosh, that's way too zoomed in for me. Let him continue. Let him.
That's weird.
If you cast your ability, it might turn on.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to try and make it even a little bit more familiar for people that are familiar with other kinds of games, and this lets you do something really fun.
That's crazy.
Can you aim up?
Oh my gosh, you can fire up. Oh my gosh.
So this may seem very awkward to people who have played a lot of Smite 1.
Me?
Or, you know, Smite 2 as it is, right?
Me? Talking about me right there.
But if you are used to playing
You can
more
aim.
third-person shooter type games,
You can aim up.
your aiming feels so much more natural in this kind of experience. Because Smite
Like
has a
Fortnite.
very awkward style of aiming anything by default.
It does.
Because you are controlling your character,
It's
but where you
mainly
are
about
shooting
the
is
character
always
control.
forward from your character.
Yep.
And it is not where you are looking. This is extremely like mind-breaking to a lot of new players. And we've gotten feedback from a lot of people that it's just like, just that is something that people cannot get used to.
You get used to. Yo, for me it was new because this was the first mobile I played. Yeah, this is the first one for me, so I thought it was just normal. You just shoot straight. Although now that he's saying wherever you're looking at is where you want to shoot, does make more sense. Having played 2 weeks, aka Fortnite, it does remind me of that. Like, oh, brr, brr, brr. Oh my gosh, you can aim up. You can not aim. You can always have aimed up if you have the restricted camera pitch off. However, you can shoot where you're aiming at now. That's big. That's huge. Pause. That's what she said.
So this is a change that will allow you to play more like
Super zoomed in.
you are used to if you are coming from a different game, and you know all of your abilities still work the same.
Oh my gosh, Isaiah, no! Isaiah, no! Player. Isaiah, no! I think you can turn. You could have turned there. You're now able to turn with Raw's ult. You're no longer locked in the animation of the ult. You can aim right before he fires. You could have aimed there, buddy. Maybe he forgot. Who knows? This is exciting, though. This may actually help me with my mechanics. I am at times mechanically challenged. You know, just land that damn basic. I'm trying. I'm trying, I swear. Who knows? This might be able to help me out as well. Woo! I'm excited. Looking forward to this. Oh yeah, excellent, great changes that they're bringing along.
Lines along the ground, still circles on the ground, right? This is for basic attacks only.
He did.
Can now be aimed up and down, and can
Oh my gosh,
can
he
miss
lived
by aiming too high or too low. Again,
Oh,
this is
shoot.
a
You can hit the ground too.
this is an experiment. We want to see how people feel about it. But we're more willing to make some crazy experiments like this and see how people react, right?
Good.
And if we get feedback from people like, "Oh my God, this is amazing," right? Then there's more that we can do.
They can
to
expand
make this have even
and
more
refine
gameplay
this.
meaning, to be more interesting. I will say, I have been playing
you're just
using
ignoring him.
this exclusively in our internal playtest since we got it in.
Yeah.
And I have played hunters. I've played,
Assassins,
I played Mercury.
melees.
I played a lot of different characters, and it feels pretty darn good. And I have not noticed a significant drop off in my ability to play the game.
Okay.
There are definitely some times where you are going to be hit by somebody behind you or close to you that you wouldn't see in this view. But I find it a lot easier to keep track of what I'm shooting and where I'm shooting.
Yep.
And because of that,
Good ult at him. Oh, he
I
doesn't have
haven't
it.
noticed a big fall off in my performance. Again, if you're a top level like ranked player, probably not the view for you. Same as the last version of Action Cam.
Snipe him.
Picked up the fireworks.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't snipe him.
And but yeah, so this is. I
heard the fireworks going off there. That's new.
Experience.
Yeah, this one is not tied to play.
He
This
about
is
to
just
get got.
tied to a specific camera setting.
Oh my gosh, he barely lived.
So this isn't. This is more of like if you choose to
Thanks
turn
for
on
that
the
jump.
setting, you actually have access to it everywhere. But it's not going to be the expectation is it's not going to be for everyone. This is going to be mostly for just players coming into the game. That's going to be the people who experience it.
Yep.
And people who want to try it and turn it on can turn it on. And try it.
Yep.
I want to test
We
this
did
out.
that last time. We've learned a lot about how to make sure that actually happens. But
Yes.
again, that's just stating our intent.
Yes.
That's so focused though.
Cool.
Anything else with quick play?
I think that's it. And like we said, this is not tied exclusively to quick play. You can equip Action Cam and use this camera view everywhere.
Oh shit.
But all the other things that we've talked about as
Let's
quick play segment
go.
are quick play specifically.
Yes.
Um,
Can you aim at jumping people? Just to answer a few questions, you can't aim anything that's not basic attacks up or down. So if you like raw ult the sky, it will not aim up into the sky. It's still gonna fall on the ground.
Makes sense. Okay.
So you can't also throw like Aladdin ult at someone up in the air. If they're in the air, you can't aim at them to hit them. Again, Smite is not built to support aiming up at people.
Yeah.
So this is really just to get a. If you are a person used to experiencing this type of aiming style, it's a bit more.
it feels more natural.
It feels more natural to people who are like, this is the way that they're used to playing a lot of other types of games. And eventually, they'll either learn the quirks of Smite and
Turn it
they'll play
off.
with that, or they'll change the camera setting. But we think this is going to lead, and that's the goal of the experiment. Is we think this is going to lead to a better first-time impression of the game. You're more in the action. You're more in control of where you're actually shooting, where you're aiming. And then if that's not the case, then we'll know, and we can move forward from that, right?
Yeah.
We are, like again, when we say swing big,
Hell
there's
yeah.
gonna be some things we do that you're like, well, why would you ever try and do that? Some things are gonna be really cool. It's the reason why having this
Support
kind of
'em,
testing ground
Isaiah.
and, like,
Go in there,
having
heal 'em.
focus where these experiments are run.
Your teammates
give
are
us
dying.
Actual runway to try some stuff out.
Yeah. And In this first out, there is not a like a zoom or an FOV slider, but that's something that we you know are willing to explore in the future, depending on how the initial feedback to this is, right?
Yeah.
The other thing that chat has said several times is, what if I am, or can I headshot people? Yeah. You know, and that's something that's kind of come up comedically in our discussions. And you know, maybe there's a world where at some point, like if this becomes a popular thing, you need to balance out this camera versus the other camera by having certain pros to it or something. But that's not really on our to-do list right now, right? That's like a
headshots great instantly.
That's just something that has come up in conversation a lot because when you're playing this, it's like, oh, that would be cool.
For the mechanically unchallenged.
But definitely not a not something that we're currently planning.
Yeah, that's funny. Can you headshot people?
Okay. I think that's it for quick play.
Cool. I'll bring us back to Cam.
What was that firework thing?
You probably have not.
Oh, maybe it's for the 4th of July. Because for Easter they had the eggs you had to collect. Maybe for 4th of July it's gonna be fireworks instead of Easter eggs. That's cool. I like that. I like it. I figured it out.
You shouldn't notice, but it has been running this whole time. This patch includes our upgrade to Unreal Engine 5.5.
Yes.
So everything that you've seen so far has been running on Unreal Engine 5.5. You as a player will most likely notice this in less PSO caching hitches. You may notice improved performance on your PC. You may notice slightly lower performance on your PC. It kind of depends on your setup. We would love to hear from Flash Test, you know, if you happen to play on PTS, what your performance is like, and if you notice anything seriously wrong or not great, because this is a big engine change for us. And we will also, we also do have further like optimizations that we literally have in dev right now that just won't be on PTS later today. So there are some more optimizations yet to come.
Looking forward to that.
I'm going to talk about audio stuff because that's also hard to show.
Let's get to it.
Okay, so we have changed the hit attenuation sound for basic attacks. So you will now hear your hits at full volume even when at max distance. So previously, if I'm Cupid and I'm shooting arrows, it's quiet if I'm hitting somebody far away and it's louder if I'm hitting somebody near me. Now you will hear that at the same volume level regardless of how far away they are, which should make it easier to know when you're hitting somebody, in addition to the hit marker plus the hit marker sound once we add that.
I like that.
There was also a change in how we are balancing audio mixing to where previously your allies were quieter, your enemies were louder, and you were kind of in the middle. Now, your allies are still going to be the same volume level they were previously. Your enemies are going to be at the volume level that you used to be, and you will be the loudest. Because the point is to try and get people to hear what you are doing better and have more impact for the things that you are doing. We've also redesigned Emir's basic attack hits with the volume increase, which is kind of a...
Emir's?
Designed Emir's basic attack hits with the volume increase, which is kind of a test to see how do you feel about this revised Emir basic attack sound, because we are potentially going to be applying a similar pass to all basic attacks, because we feel like basic attacks in particular don't sound punchy enough. And we think that that's something that's really missing from the game, is that visceral satisfying. I have fired a basic attack. I have hit with a basic attack.
And I've received that feedback. Oh my gosh. This goes back into mechanics as well. Hell yeah. About to be not missing a single auto.
Nope.
Stay tuned. We'll see. We'll see. I'm mechanically challenged, man. What can I say? In Fortnite, I average under 40% accuracy. Not proud of that. Although I played to practice and improve. So with this, we'll see. It may assist me in my quest and my goal.
Normal basic attacks will sound a lot closer in volume level to his I'm attacking somebody who is frostbitten basic attacks, because we thought that those sounded pretty good.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Cool. Can we go in game to look at just a couple of things?
Yeah, what do you want to look at?
Just anywhere we can attack a god. So like
let's
practice,
see here.
spawn a
Yeah.
godbot, maybe.
Ranged or melee? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Cool. I will pull it up and I will just go to practice and spawn a god.
Yeah, I got like an eyelash in my eye, I think. Ugh. It's bothering me. Okay, much better.
And let's see.
Yeah, if you have, are you a range character or a melee character? Doesn't
I'm a
matter.
range character.
Okay, I was about to say, might actually show better. Okay, so
Something
when
new
you
field of vision.
stop shooting for a second.
Oh.
Okay, so when you highlight a character, that character is still red in the way that they were previously, but it is only the outline of the character, and it does not fill the interior of their model. So if you get a little bit closer, you can see this a little bit better. So it's just this outline, so it doesn't obscure the character as much. If you are looking at a god that you can see through a wall,
Then
that
they'll
will still be
completely-
full of red. But this should just make the game look a little bit better while still making it really easy to understand who you are looking at with your attacks.
Okay.
If you
I haven't
now
noticed
if
that.
you actually attack somebody, we have added a hit reaction color to enemy
White.
gods.
Yeah, I see like the kind of white flash there.
Yeah. So and we're still fine tuning this, so
Ooh.
it might be a little bit bigger than we intend it to be. It might be last a little bit longer than we intend it to be. But generally speaking, we needed to add more feedback to when you are hitting things. And this is not just gods. This is also, I think it works for the totem. I'm not sure if it works on the totem.
Let's see.
But it works on towers for sure.
Totem works too.
It works on jungle camps. It works on minions. So it should just give you a lot more feedback.
Feedback.
To when you are hitting.
Oh, that's excellent. Who you're hitting?
Yeah, and there was for
Okay.
some things they didn't have
When
any
the
flash.
hit
For some
actually
things like
lands.
gods, they did flash red when you hit them.
It-
But because they were red and highlighting, that just didn't. It wasn't easy to tell.
Mm-hmm.
So now the fact that they don't get filled with red and then they get filled with a flash color makes it a lot easier. And then we did extend this out to a whole bunch of things that weren't receiving this flash.
Yeah, and you also have a red flash when you're getting hit. If you want to get hit by the jungle camp again.
Oh, I just killed it.
If you do bot shoot space 5,
There.
that would also do it.
And so again, just a
Oh, you
hey,
get
I'm
you turn
being
red,
hit,
yeah.
Red.
It lets
reaction.
you know that you're getting hit. And to the enemy, it'll appear as white, the white flash. For you, though, as the one getting hit, you appear red. It's letting you know, hey, yo, you're getting hit. If you're not paying attention to your life, your HP bar. Boom, here's another one. Quicker, and then you can boop. Try to manage your health that way. Oh, I like that. I like that. More feedback. The more feedback, the better. And in turn, we will provide more feedback to them. You know, it's a win-win. Give and take. Mutualistic, beneficial relationship.
So we have another thing that you have been seeing this whole time, but maybe you haven't realized, is we have changed the placement of damage numbers and how visible they are. You did this work, so maybe you could explain a little bit more.
Very briefly, the goal is that above the health bar of the target, that's where the damage number should appear now. Before, depending on the god's height, and it ended up being over the health bar, and it could render on top of the health bar. Now it should be pretty consistently above the health bar, and it should actually respect the character's like different capsule heights as well. There was a lot of issues before where, based off how it was implemented and how it tried to project into the world, it would work for some things really well, but not other things really well. We fixed it so that we can actually have more per unit control because we have a lot of units of different sizes. So then Mini-Wave also had this adjustment. So it should just help with clarity of like seeing the damage number above the person that you hit above their health bar. We've also changed a little bit of the default sizing of these things. There are some cases where like numbers can become really small to where you can tell what they are. There's now kind of a more consistent floor. And then also a lot of rules around like how when a lot of multiple events happen, how they stack on top of each other from like the same.
Oh, there it is. There's the
actor,
white
how they
flash.
spread out a little bit. There's been
On
some
the
adjustments
minion.
there, but the biggest is the placement.
Yep, and we also have added a new settings option to scale the size of your numbers.
On the tower too.
So if you want them to be a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, you
It
can now
landed.
make a change in the settings and change that yourself.
Nice.
And,
Okay.
okay, I think that's it for that one. Let me see if there's anything else in game to look at right here, or if there's other things I
Neat.
just need to talk about that aren't in game.
Can you turn the hit marker on off? I think that's if you turn off the reticle, it's
Yeah, there's a separate like I think it's called dynamic reticle or something that allows you to turn it off. Okay, I think that's most of the in-game stuff. there's if you go back to the actually, can you go like I guess you don't have to call you here. We don't need to show it. It's okay.
Cool.
So you now will get notifications when your friends log in. So it should help you be aware of like, hey, a person that I am friends with is logging into the game. So that should help.
That's cool. Could queue up together.
There's a new button to very easily open up sending messages to your friends on Steam from your friends list. There's also been some fixes to the friends list, which should better reflect if your friends are actually online and what they're doing. So hopefully those all feel good. And so, yeah, so it doesn't matter if we can't see if they're in a game. Yeah, that should be fixed. That should be part of this. And we're also adding some party management functions to the 3-dot menu in the end of match lobby. Cool. So you can now add people to your party from, or invite them to the party from the end of match lobby. So it should be a lot easier to party up with people and to keep playing with people that you had fun with.
Yeah, a lot of social improvements there.
Yes.
Hey, hell yeah.
There are
building a community there.
There is Medusa and Ganesha.
And that Medusa bot is a menace, chat. I am telling you, like she has been going ham in our play test.
If you get Medusa bot, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh damn. OP.
We have
stronger AIs.
Are you on the home screen?
Yeah, I'm on the home screen.
Okay, go to the home screen real quick. Yeah. This is maybe a minor one, but if you notice on the rotators, they now have arrows to make it easier to go left and right.
Yes.
And we made the buttons bigger so they were easier to click on.
Yes.
We got feedback that it was just really annoying if you wanted to go back and look at something, like it was hard to click on it. So
yes. Thank you. They did it finally. Yes. I'm grateful for them. Yo, whoever told them, whoever followed up, yo, shout out to you guys. I appreciate it. Small quality of life that will make the game so much better.
And this should be a lot easier to click through. There is a new, I don't know if you can see it in dev. We have new, well, you don't have.
Then just having the arrows feels more natural too.
We do have new purchase buttons
right here,
which should better reflect like that you're saving off the diamond price by spending legacy gems, but harder to show off with this setup right now. We've added close buttons to the acquisitions pop-up and the daily login screen. So we think that every screen now should have a close button. So you will not be stuck on screens anymore wondering what to do. There is now a close or continue on every screen.
Sweet.
There's an event for Independence Day.
Yeah.
You saw the fireworks
earlier today.
It's very similar to the egg event. You just pick up some fireworks and you'll get something for free. I think it's a global emote. Yeah.
So nailed it.
Yeah,
I called it earlier.
We have skins and we have balance. And I think that's pretty much everything.
Lots and lots of quality of life improvements.
Hell yeah. W, quality of life improvement. Round of applause to these gentlemen. Thank you all. Before they jump into skins, yo, let me take a quick 2-minute break. And I do not have the notifications. Yep, I'm gonna have to copy it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Okay, let me get it from over here. Quick moment. This one and this one. Copy over here and paste. So bring this down. Bring this guy down as well. All right, sweet. Got this guy over here. Bam. Oh, 8 more over here. Okay. Lock it in. And this guy right here. All right, I'll return shortly. BRB. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, we're back. I had to go get some water too. I ran out. Let's continue. Skin time, baby.
Yeah, tons of stuff already.
Or balance.
Sweet. Well, you want to hop in and start talking about the new Travelers?
Yeah, let's talk about the Travelers.
Ooh.
Sweet. I have got the Beach Babe Traveler up first. Just
Hello.
because Beach Babe Aphrodite has been a consistently requested classic skin on Smite 2. And she's coming back as a part of a Traveler here.
Let's go. Finally. You Beach Babe Afro lovers. All you gooners, your request has been heard. Your request will now be fulfilled in the next patch. Beach Babe Aphrodite is joining the Smite 2 roster, baby. One more round of applause. Let's give her a C. UE5. Was that a shovel? I didn't really notice it. I didn't pay attention. Welcome, welcome. Beach Babe Afro. All right, it's going to be 1,200. Only diamonds, though. And 1,100 coins. Per recolor. Oh, she's going to have prisms, too. Yo, her outfit's going to change. Let's go. We can change. We can change our girl Afro's outfit at any point in time.
Again, these screens are kind of work in progress.
Yeah, the art is not done for the actual prisms. It's just temp. But
yeah, actually, I saw the APR. It looks really good.
Yeah.
So, of course, if you buy the Premium Traveler, you will get Beach Babe Aphrodite for free. You will also get the Beach Vibes Only badge in this collection. And the Inflicted Jealousy tracker, a new tracker for Aphrodite. The total time Aphrodite has made her allies jealous by kissing an enemy, finding a new soulmate, or by triggering undying love. So it's cool. I believe this is the first time we've had a tracker in a Traveler, which is cool.
Yeah. And I would say also, like, on the model itself, I believe that the team did a little bit of work to like further update that from Smite 1 to make it look, better. Like it wasn't just a direct, straight port the way some of them are. And then they also went the extra mile to make unique swimsuits for each prism.
So let's talk about the prisms.
Hello.
The first one is Aqua Splash.
Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. You gooners are getting a lot of love this next patch, man. She changed her hair color too. Let me see. Yeah. It went from, what was that, brunette or dirty blonde, sandy blonde, to a lot more
Let's talk about the prisms here. The first one is Aqua Splash. And
Ay, Dios
brand new
mío.
swimsuit.
Yo, even the nail polish changed. The attention to detail on this is amazing. Did she get new shades too? Let's find out. All you feet lovers too. You're eating good this next patch.
Here, the first one is Aqua Splash.
Yep.
And a
Shades
brand new
changed
swimsuit
too.
for Beach Babe Aphrodite.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The next one is White Sands.
Oh my gosh. She looks a little more tanner here. The model. That's just me. It was a swimsuit effect. Made her look more tanner.
The next one is White Sands.
Brunette.
I love the white and the pink.
Yeah.
The brown hair now.
Last but not least, Midnight Cove.
Oh my gosh. I think this is the best one. I like the black shades on the purple lenses and just the black swimsuit in and of itself. Fantastic. This is a one piece too.
Aphrodite.
Yeah. So 3 kind of fully different outfits as prisms. So kind of
Oh,
pushing
she's tatted
how
up on this
far-
one. Is she tatted up on the other ones? Missed it. No, she's not.
I love the white and the
She's-
pink.
she's
And
inked
then,
up on the last
but
one.
Not least, Midnight Cove.
Damn, look at that. Whole ass chest tattoo. Unless that's a visual bug. I don't know. It's looking like she's inked up there to me. Red flags there. Are those eyes? Like a nose here? 2 eyeballs? I don't know. Can't really tell.
Beach Babe Aphrodite.
Yeah. So
Spin her
three
around.
kind of fully different outfits.
The
as prisms.
360.
So kind of pushing how far
Is the nail
we can
polish
take
pink too?
prisms. You know,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
definitely won't always do this, but the team thought it was a good opportunity and
Make some bank.
And the prisms for this next traveler.
Hell yeah, you know these gooners are gonna be spending all the money. Yo, her toenails changes too. It's teal on this one. Jesus Christ, man. She's barely showing anything.
Are
On
insane.
that one.
So I'm gonna pull this back to Cam
Pure-
while I
pure
bring up the
lines.
screen.
Yeah, Next Traveler also, we're kind of experimenting what it means to be a prism and how far we can take something from the base skin while still calling it a prism.
Yes. So we've got Chef Special Kef.
Hey! He's back! Lobster Capri is here. Oh my goodness, he's looking better. Looking more realistic than in the previous iteration. Oh my, they changed. He got a prism too. He got the prism love. Chef title. Hello, let's go. What color of there's gonna be a blue lobster. I think it's this one. Oh my gosh, let's go. Looking I'm not gonna lie, it's looking tasty. Just remove the face, just the crab aspect, or the lobster aspect, I should say. Looking quite tasty there. Boil
Free
him.
is
Yeah.
back.
And
And-
everybody loves the lobster.
Oh yeah.
Again,
He's gonna be
this art is
dancing
temp
too.
because we have better art.
They added butter.
Going to be in game tomorrow.
He has
probably,
butter
in the
now.
next build.
And then in this traveler, you've got the chef title and the grill master badge. But
Yay.
of course, you will get the classic
There it is.
skin for free if you purchase the premium traveler.
Free.
But the prisms are sick.
Yeah.
The first one is beach blue.
Yo, that's a sick looking skin. The eyeballs are looking scary as hell though. Looking demonic there. Woo. Crazy.
Yeah. So as you notice, he doesn't have a hat and he doesn't have the
No.
butter, right? We
doesn't.
experimented with taking some things out of some of the skins and adding some things to other ones based on what we thought would look
Interesting.
cool.
Okay.
And this is actually
It's
modeled
creepy.
after a specific real kind of
Yeah.
Like
the
lobster.
super rare
The lobster, the blue
yeah.
lobster.
yeah.
The next one is Bumble Sea.
Yeah, again, a rare,
Whoa.
real kind of lobster with some
He looks like a hornet. A giant ass hornet.
extra,
Bumble.
extra stuff on it.
New hat.
All right. The next one is Storm Tide.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like this
Whoa.
one a
I
lot.
know.
I think this one might be
Style.
my favorite.
Yeah, this one's great.
The eyeball still looking scary though. It's just pitch black. Nothing. No soul there at all.
Nope.
The last one is definitely my favorite. Though,
Yeah,
because
the
it's
last one's
insane.
kind of crazy.
Purple
the
one?
last one is called Razzle Shade, and I'll let chat have 5 seconds to envision what it's going to look like before I click it.
A raspberry. Purple pinkish. Some reds in there. Some blues.
Here you go.
I was completely wrong. Or partially. It's I'm
Hindi
speechless.
used this in a playtest the other day, and I was like, "What the heck is this skin?"
Whoa.
This reminds me of like I would play exclusively the raw skin where he looks
the
like
eyes look cool.
cracking and glowing, and there's like a similar Freya skin that was just like pure rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just
Yes,
have
I remember that
visual
one.
for my
That
head.
one's
And
good.
yes, chat. The colors do change like this while you're in game. It's super sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
They did an outstanding job on this prism.
Yeah, and
I like that.
You know, if you are newer
Multicolored.
to Titan Talk and the new format of these travelers, right? The classic skins will be available for Legacy Gems once the Traveler is complete. So you can still get the skins for Legacy Gems. Basically, right? If you buy the Traveler, you're getting
That's crazy.
all the prisms at a discounted price plus this extra stuff, and it's just kind of like a slightly early access way to get it.
Yeah. Well, those are
Yo,
our
he's
2
ready to
travelers
dine.
for the update. Gonna back to cams. That way I can go to the God screen and pull up Scylla because Scylla is getting a cross-gen skin in this update.
Yeah, we're almost caught up on the cross-gen skins. I think we have a
Almost,
couple
yeah.
left.
Let's go.
but, this is one that we had been waiting for. This is Trash Goblins.
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard trash and I thought you were just gonna stop there.
This is trash, you know.
Ah, that's funny. He should have added that pause in there for effect. This is trash. Goblin Cella. Big ass buzzer. Okay, she looks better in the new UE 5.5 engine model than the Smite 1. Still, the card art does not really match the model. I'm expecting to see a more pale green, Shrek green. This is not it.
Yeah, this skin is trash. Yeah, Trash Goblin Scylla. So this was a cross-gen skin from Smite 1. So if you own it in
this
Smite
is
1,
the-
you will get it in Smite 2. And we did introduce some prisms for it as well because the team had a little bit of time and they thought it would be cool to make some prisms.
This is the one that has the possums as dogs. Ooh, this is a creepy one. I don't like this one.
For it. So
the
because of
first
that.
prism is Pale Pest.
Oh, okay.
Little white and purple action there.
Looking good. I like it.
Second prism is Ruby Rummager.
I like this one.
This one's good too.
Great. I like this one.
She looks like that one Athena, the ogre one. This could be her little sister or a cousin. The Oni Athena.
The red and green really complements each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then last for this is Possum Pink.
Possum Punk.
Possum Punk.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very
Possum
punk style.
Yep.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah. So
Gothic Lolita vibes.
If this skin is your style, you'll be really pleased about it. This skin is not my style, but
Not mine either.
You don't like the possums?
Certain people on the team were really excited about this skin idea, and so we made it. It's a cross-gen, so we had to bring it over to Smite 2, and here it is. So hopefully you guys think it's cool because, like I said, some people really like this skin. It's just not my personal taste.
I'm with you, Kilgoon. We in the same boat, brother.
Well, goodness gracious.
It's not for me at all.
We had so much in-game. Is there anything left on your list for in-game, Kilgoon, before we pull up the balance doc and talk about that?
We're at 157, and we will get to balance.
Yes. So it won't be quite 2 hours. But okay, just to recap, the stuff we've talked about already. We talked about Mercury. We showed off Mercury's Ascension Pass.
Yep.
We showed off Nuwa's Aspect.
W Aspect.
Showed,
I'm looking forward to that one.
Mode,
ADC Nuwa.
Dodge button. Faster basic attack projectiles, the roguelike purchasing, faster pacing, and the Action Cam 2.0, which isn't actually tied to
quick play,
but is kind of tied to it in terms of our experiments. We talked about how this upgrade will take us to Unreal Engine 5.5. We showed off the hit markers and kill markers, as well as the aim reticle. We didn't show off aim reticle coloring, but we talked about that and being able to change the thickness. We showed off the new play screen and the new queue screen. Oh, I didn't talk about something.
Oh, there we go.
In the lobby, we're in the process of reframing all of the gods, so that right now some gods are kind of off screen, some gods are too low, and they just don't fill the space well. So we're reframing all of the gods in the lobby as kind of the first part of a multi-phase project to hopefully really improve the lobby presentation. So this is the first step. I don't know if all of the gods have been reframed yet. There may be a few that need a little bit of tweaking still, but just in general, they should look more impressive when you click on them. So that's something I didn't mention until right now. So
nice.
Home screen is the first screen that everyone's going to see.
Changing basic attack hit attenuation, making your own sounds louder, and Amir's basic attack changes. We talked about the outline for targeted players and the hit reaction coloration, friend login notifications, the Steam messaging button, party management, and a match lobby. Damage number placement, visibility, the
updates,
being able to scale the size of the numbers, new Medusa and Ganesha bots, new purchase buttons, the improved rotators, the close buttons, the Chef Special Traveler, the Beach Traveler, the Trash Goblin cross-gen, and the Independence Day event.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sheesh, that's a lot.
Yeah. So now it's time to talk balance.
Let's talk balance. Give me a second.
All that under an hour.
The balance stock here. Kilgun, I feel like you've been talking a lot, so we'll give you a little bit of a break, and me and Pon will talk balance.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun.
Pon's just been chilling there. He's like,
Kellen says that there's also announcer packs. Put on here. So
nice,
there's like at least 10 new announcer packs.
oh,
Sweet.
hello.
Those will be added to the chest.
More variety.
But let's talk about balance, and I'll bring us up.
Balance.
We'll kick off item balance first, Pon. But do you want to give us kind of like where we're going with this patch? What's kind of like the overview of where you're going here?
So a lot of the balance is going to be just targeted towards either characters who are underperforming or characters who are overperforming and just doing additional nerfs to them. There's only really one kind of major game-wide balance thing, which is we feel like after all our item changes, and we've done this a little bit, like we did the recent strength pass, they're like, this part of the game is probably a little bit underperforming. There are a few gods who are overperforming, but those are probably god problems, and we need to address the core underlying issue and nerf them. The next one is we do think that after all the dust has settled, especially solo lane, bruiser, physical side itemization is probably suffering too much. Solo lane mages have been doing really, really well. We've taken some of their items down, and we think that they're probably actually at a good spot of power level. But we've just seen that generally the solo lane warriors, outside of a few, just don't compete as well. And we think that's partially an itemization problem, partially a per character level problem. So you'll see that we've buffed quite a few kind of more tankier or things that would actually fit well on a bruiser.
Yes.
As well as we'll talk about the per character balance that we're doing as well.
Thank you,
Sweet.
bruisers.
Item balance up first. A couple of changes here. Berserker Shield,
The
just increasing the
flexibility.
physical procs
I love
by
that.
5 from 15 to 20.
And these are gonna feel light, but we also know that like, especially when it comes to soul lane itemization,
We don't want to go too far in the other
it does
direction.
not take much to break it, and we wanted to let a lot of the dust settle before we did things that are too intense. Some items are getting slightly bigger adjustments because Berserker Shield has its place in some builds already, but it's just generically not good enough, whereas Gladiator Shield should be part of probably more core builds, and it was struggling more, so it probably needed more help, things like that. So yeah, first off, Berserker Shield just increasing the protections makes sense. It just was underperforming. Contagion,
15 is
this
low.
one's not so much targeted towards that, but it does affect them, which is this kind of anti-item wasn't really doing enough to justify its purchase. So increasing the health regen just makes it that you can sustain a lot more, but it also means that the cooldown reduction that we're getting when people actually use abilities and you actually get that CDR from it,
get
we're
more.
doubling that in strength because we think this actually had quite a lot of room to go up in power.
Cool. Genji's Guard is up next, just increasing the magical procs by 5 and decreasing the passive cooldown by 5 seconds.
Yep, magical protection, especially like strong magical protection items. It's something that we'll probably look at more in the future. But Genji's Guard was an outlier where it was really underperforming. So making it so that it has more protection,
One of the
has
number
that
ones.
increased passive cooldown, just makes it more attractive.
The main ones, yep.
Gladiator
for
Shield up
protection
next,
and
increasing
cooldown.
the bonus damage on this item.
Yeah, so Gladiator
let's
Shield is kind of
go.
meant to be the really high protection bruiser payoff, and it just wasn't doing enough. It was also really hard to fit into a build at really any time. Having no damage until you got it meant that like if you built it like third, you didn't have enough time to really ramp it up, and by the time you got to late game options, the payoff still wasn't good enough. So like this is hitting kind of both sides, where if you want to flex it like by third item, this should be better. But as you get more payoff for it, it's going to be stronger in general.
Cool.
Nice.
Next up, we have a couple of recipe cost
Lifebinder.
change for Lifebinder and Runeforged, both seeing some decreases there.
Yeah, Lifebinder, it doesn't really go with the rest of the notes about like the solo lane physical side balance, but it's just it was a fun support item that was really, really popular. We nerfed it quite a bit.
Make
we
it
probably
cheaper
nerfed it
now.
too much, and this is just kind of a corrective back.
Yeah. And then Runeforged also seeing a decrease there.
Yeah, and that one's a pretty big cost decrease, and this is a really stat efficient health and strength item. So this gives you a lot of bulk and a lot increased out the gate. So this should be a lot better in general.
Yeah. And
Flameforged, though,
last up
where's
for item
Flameforged?
Shogun's Ofuda, increasing the magical prots and increasing the passive attack speed.
Yeah, and this is for more of those on-hit bruisers, so like your Bellonas of the world. This item was just not quite good enough to make it into those builds, even for those types of characters who could actually leverage the attack speed really well. This should just generally feel better for them.
Yeah. All right. Next up is a conquest
some
change.
conquest
Before we get into
changes.
guides, we're making a change to the side teleporters. The side teleporters will now start disabled and will activate at the 10-minute mark. So these are the teleporters that are adjacent to the Harpy camps on the side
Yes.
lanes, not the ones from base.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of feedback in two different sides of this. One is that there's a lot of farm on those outer sides of the lanes. There's a lot of incentive to go over there. But when you do go over there, there's a lot of immediate pressure you can provide to an enemy team with they don't really have much feedback that's gonna affect them. And so while you're just kind of having your fun laning matchup, it can get really easily disrupted. We thought this was interesting to kind of shake up the laning phase, but over time it's become more and more of a, well, the soul laner is really strong and now I have to play super passive the whole time because they could just show up at any moment. This means that's actually more limited. You can still get to different sides of the map really fast as the game goes on. But that laning phase is going to be a bit more reserved, where if the soul laner is going to come over and help out a lane that's
They've
across
got to
the
invest
map,
that time.
they got to invest that time. It's really more the jungler and the mid laner who are going to be more generally responsible for kind of helping out each side of the lane as needed.
Yeah. And the team rotations.
Now we will move on to God balance.
Who's getting
under
nerfed?
I have the Ganesha changes
There's
here that went
Ganesha.
live today, just in case people missed the top of the show. The aspect did get some nerfs to the Ohm ability too.
I wanna check that out.
Remove
It's
the
already
protection
been
buff
nerfed,
for
though.
allies and self, decrease the movement speed, and
about
decrease the
5%.
damage and intelligence scaling.
Yep.
Now for the
Only
main
been
patch,
5
things that
on
are
everything.
in OB13. Shifts up first, Agni. Let's talk about Agni.
Ooh.
Aspect of combustion. We're going to be decreasing the combustion damage.
Getting
And then we're going to
nerfed.
revert a previous change where we are decreasing the cooldown from 20 seconds to 18 seconds.
Yeah, we did some previous changes to Agni overall. It
ADC
affected
Agni.
base Agni a bit too much. It didn't affect combustion Agni enough, and so we're kind of just correcting that here. We're actually targeting more directly the aspect of combustion and bringing back some of that rain of fire power back to the base Agni kit. There's also a buff to combustion side. The cooldown is going to infect there as well, but we think this nerf to combustion ignite stack multiplier is going to more than make up for that.
Cool. All right, buffs for OB13. Achilles up first.
Oh, another
Shield
buff.
of Achilles. We've increased the fall-off damage from 70% to 80%, and then increased the damage on combat dodge.
Yep, so this should just help his laning
let's
phase
go.
overall. And it also means that as you get further and further into the game and you actually get ranks of combat dodge up and going, the base damage is going to contribute more, which means that he has a bit more pressure in the later stages of the game. Again, we want to have the payoff for building these more traditional solo strength-based characters, melee characters in the solo lane. And we think Achilles, he was one of the, we kind of looked at generally who was performing and who wasn't. Yeah. Achilles was struggling.
Cool. All right, next.
I mainly use the combat dodge to get health. That's it. Not really for damage at all.
Nope.
I wasn't really concerned about the damage output from that ability. I just wanted to get more health from it because of the second dodge after hitting a god. And with Shield of Phoenix, and then the starter axe as well. So increase fall off damage from 70 to 80. So I like that there's more damage to the 3 now. Now you can use it more aggressively for damage, actually. Cool. Variability in playstyles. I like that. Oh, Baloney's getting a buff.
Bologna seeing some buffs. Scourge increased the heal, and then Eagle's Rally,
Oh,
the
okay.
ultimate, increasing the damage on that.
A more significant buff than I would say Achilles was.
Yeah.
Just the extra sustain is going to be really, really good overall on Scourge, but the big thing here is that she's going to be really threatening at level 5 now. The ult being 300 damage is a really, really massive buff. This is going to make her much more threat in the lane phase. We think she actually scales into late pretty well. She can be very effective anti-hunter, just in general. But that laning phase, she felt like she got bullied too hard, didn't really contribute enough. She had a lot of nerfs before. This brings back some of that strength in a unique way.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cerberus up
Black
next
10.
on the list. Stygian Torment, decreasing the cooldown on the ultimate.
Yep, just we think that this ability has room to come down. We think that it's the thing he brings to team fights in general. He was struggling a little bit just across the game. Again, not too much in regards to the soul lane discussion. We think this is just going to help him out a little bit.
Yep. All right, Danzabuto up next. Fool's Gold, decreasing the cooldown. And then Aurora's Rocket, the ultimate, increasing the damage and the int scaling.
Yep, he's going to be doing a lot more now. The toss out more ones is obviously really, really good, but especially the inside scaling, being that more like burst side of it versus the on-hit. The on-hit one's really, really good because he gets a lot of clones if he wants to kind of go that playstyle route. But if he wants to actually go that more pure inside, this makes
multi-shadow clone jutsu.
More incentive to go in a more dedicated route. It just helps the character who's been underperforming.
All right, up next for God buffs, Geb. A couple things. Rollout fixed an issue where the dash attack had more damage scaling than intended. And then Aspect of Calamity, we're going to be increasing the leap damage scaling from 50 to 75%.
Okay, more.
Yeah, so I don't know too much about what the scale of this fix is, but that's going to end up being largely a nerf overall.
Yeah.
And then I assume the aspect changes there to actually largely resolve that change. This one I wasn't too involved in, so I don't know specifically. Clumsy might be able to help me out in chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's largely where this one is.
Cool. All right. Hercules up next. Mitigate wounds.
It's 3.
Going to be increasing the heal and increasing the bonus protections.
Yeah, Hercules is an interesting character because he has struggled win rate wise.
He's gonna
and
take
even pick rate wise
even longer to kill.
He is very strong. He has a tendency to bully the early games in a way that people really feel like he's contributing a ton.
Yep.
Even though that doesn't translate as well towards the later stage of the game. So we've nerfed him before. We wanted to target a change that we thought would actually help him address some of those more late game problems. In focusing on the amount of heal that he obviously gets from mitigate wounds and the amount of bonus protection he gets from items. So he should be a lot bulkier without us buffing directly his ability to kill people in the early stage.
Cool. All right.
Survivability.
Up next, let's talk about Hua Mulan.
Mulan.
Cross Strike. We're going to be increasing the damage. This affects both strikes when adept. And then Spear Thrust, increasing the heal on this ability. I know we've gotten a lot of feedback about Hua Mulan, so Pon, talk to me.
Well, we had this ready like 4 patches ago, but we just kept adding time to like when we release it based off the amount of people who posted.
Oh no!
The big thing is
they're getting spammed.
Again, this is why we're doing kind of a lot of soul lane buffs. We've seen that soul lane is actually holding on pretty well, but in the last few patches specifically, that trend has changed to be a lot more widespread. Warriors generally that were doing pretty well before are now struggling more than they were before. We think she's in line for a buff. And we also we know that we want to go back and revisit her +1 pretty much entirely.
More heals.
But the amount of work that we have planned for that and the amount of ideas that we have like where we want to take that, we've kind of stalled on it a little bit because to fundamentally change that +1, there's a lot more that goes into it. So we didn't want to hold anything else back, and she was definitely in line with all the rest of the warriors to get an adjustment. So
Let's
here
go.
we are. She's getting
some love for
extra
Mulan
damage on a cross strike, and that spear thrust healing is going to help her, especially a lot in sustaining
early. Yep.
All right, next up, Kugel Khan is
Oh,
getting
getting
a
some
new
love.
aspect.
Oh,
well, not aspect, a new thing to his 2. It's hard to say.
A new feature.
I can't
New
say
feature.
aspect anymore. But Slipstream 2, new. The movement speed buff is gained when using the dash from this ability.
Yeah, so now you don't have
Ooh.
to choose between the dash or the movement speed. It's now more conditional of if you are in the 3, you're basically always going to want to use this because you're basically going to get both the benefits.
Yeah.
And we think that it's just a better, like this makes the previous +1 we added him feel a lot more in line with a lot of the other +1s we've done for a character that needs some help.
For sure. All right, and last up on
Nemesis.
the list here that I have in text, one more thing to talk about after this, but Nemesis, Aspect of Justice, Divine Judgment, new. Healing from this ability is unaffected by anti-heal.
Yes.
Oh,
So this
shit.
aspect is really unique in
That's
the
pretty
way that
big.
it tries to equalize health. But the second anti-heal got involved, it got very weird very fast, and it didn't feel like it delivered on the promise of the theme.
Yeah.
So we decided that it's not really a heal, it's something else.
Yeah.
Because it's described as like the idea is that you're leveling it, and that doesn't really feel like a heal in the same way.
Yeah.
And this just gives it a really unique niche. It makes the theme of the aspect a lot more on point, and it means that she doesn't get to basically not use this aspect because anti-heal exists.
Nice. Cool. Well, that is everything I have on this
Eating on
doc.
balance.
One thing I do want to call out, Clumsy came in
I was going to say the
Oh,
same
before
yes.
we started the show. Scylla Aspect, he is looking into buffs for that. I know we've gotten a lot of feedback about Scylla's Aspect. Just didn't have anything in time to add to this doc before the show, but expect something to be in full patch notes whenever we get to final patch
I
notes.
don't know exactly what we're going to deliver, but I can generally say the theme is
What happened?
allow for easier access to having the ultimate through either gaining mana or removing some of the restrictions. She should get more ults off in general. The restriction right now is just too intense.
Cool. Sweet. Well, gentlemen,
Well, people
what a
probably
show,
aren't
huh?
hitting gods. You get a lot more mana from hitting multiple gods than you do minions. So probably in that laning phase, once you get to level 5 in Conquest, it's likely where the biggest issue is. Because most of the time it's just going to be one to two enemies at a time that you'll be facing. And if you don't have your ult, that's just one less ability you can use to either deal damage or try to escape, although primarily damage on with the aspect, since the movement speed is no longer there. So I do understand why people might have complained. I only tried it in Arena yesterday and it was only once. So maybe we can give it a shot in Conquest, see how it is. See how long it actually takes in a fight. Because you'll probably get the most out of it in team fights. And even then, by the time you get it, the team fights will probably already be over. So you'll have to just wait and hold off. So I can understand and see where they're coming from, what people were discussing. Despite not having played it,
No, a lot of great
the
stuff. And I
aspect
think
much
that,
myself.
You know, the new quick play queue, right, will introduce a lot of experimental new features to the game, right?
That's the lab.
We're really curious to see
kitchen.
the overall player reaction to them, right?
Yeah.
I think that we are excited about the opportunity that comes with this queue and some of these experiments. And we definitely can see a world where they get integrated into kind of the core game, some of them at least, and really curious to see everybody's feedback. I will say, flash testing, we are only going to have Conquest available today. We will not have Quick Play available today because there are a few bugs that we're still working out with it. So, sorry, you want to?
No, I was just saying, we had it, right now you have a 50-50 shot when you first load in, your P3 isn't going to actually load properly. We have a pretty good idea what that is, but we didn't want to obviously have you guys playtest that and have a really bad experience. So I think we will try and turn it on later, but we just want to iron out a few things.
Yeah, because I believe we plan to flash test right after the show and then again tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow's flash test will have quick play available.
Yep, and I think that we really want everybody to give Quick Play a try once it comes out and give us your feedback, because we really do see, like I said, we really do see a world where hey, maybe dodge has a future in real Smite, right? Like, I think that this is so exciting to us because it's like the first step towards some of these big swings, some of these bigger changes that might make bigger changes towards what Smite is. So I'm very curious to see how people react.
Yeah, and for example, can we do quick play without the FOV? Yeah, that's the action cam setting. That's where that's basically living under now. So you can actually access that outside of it, and it's not required for you to play quick play to have that cam.
And you can dash if you're not on action cam. I think the only thing tied to the action cam was the up down aiming.
Yeah,
correct?
That's it.
I see. Okay.
Awesome. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
No, I think that was it.
Should we still do like a one more question?
Oh yeah. Hey, we're
a little
here.
over, but...
Yeah, we can do one more question. And,
okay.
and get to
obviously there's a lot to go. So if people have like things they want to ask, I'm down with sticking around for a little bit.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So it's time for one more question.
Let's go,
And,
brothers.
We'll get ready for the flash test. That should be hopefully kicking off anytime.
I actually saw one
Overtime.
question that I want to answer. I'll take another one after it though. Was
overtime
what
time.
about Poseidon and Vulcan basic attacks on the aiming up? I actually didn't turn it on for them because I agreed it felt weird that those attacks are very ground based and they feel like they come from the ground. Where we go from there, I can kind of segue this into the when does verticality come to the game, and there's a lot of fundamental assumptions that Smite makes that makes verticality difficult, even as simple as things like there are attacks that feel like they're grounded because even though they're projectiles, they feel like they're grounded. There would have to be significantly more adjustments to do something like that. This is very much a focus on easing new players' experiences who are familiar with a different type of kind of aiming to help ease them into the world of Smite and get them really excited about Smite and wanting to become future Smite players. That's really the focus of this. I think reading past that into other things we might be doing is probably looking too far because that would require significantly more adjustments.
I can imagine. All the 5011 changes they'd have to do.
Let's see here.
Just to make
Are you
verticality
worried that
even possible.
Action cam, looking up to shoot basic attacks will confuse new players since they cannot shoot jumping characters.
And if it does, we turn it off. That's kind of the mentality of a lot of the quick play stuff and a lot of the new experience we're trying is swing big, see what happens, and we're not super married to these ideas and they have to stay in because for some reason we think they have to stay in. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yep.
Good approach there. Have an excellent mindset on that.
Let's see. Last person
On
says maybe do balance on Mondays. Generally speaking, I think it's probably better to bundle everything together. You know, we don't necessarily have balance completely finalized on Mondays. Normally we have at least we're pretty close to it, but maybe not completely finalized. And I think that just the flow, we'd rather run through it all kind of on patch day. I think that this patch in particular was like, there was a lot for us to talk about with quick play. Future patches will probably stick closer to an hour. We ended up not going over.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I was afraid we were gonna have like a 2-hour show or something.
Me too. We made pretty good time. Flash
that was great pacing too.
Today.
Yes.
We are expecting the update to go live on Monday. So, you know, give it a try on Flash Test, and then, you know, we'll see it in the live servers pretty soon here.
Sweet. Well, Kilgoon Pond, thanks so much for joining me on the show today. Chat, thanks so much for hanging out. Lots of exciting stuff in Open Beta 13 that players can look forward to. The Flash Test should be live hopefully right after we end stream. Keep an eye out on social media and our official Discord for Flash Test news and announcements. Also, leave your feedback and your bug reports in that server as well. We read all that stuff. And we'll be paying close attention to what you all think and any bugs that you report to make sure that the patch on Monday is super polished. But outside of that, we'll be back on Friday with another episode of Titan Talk. But until then,
what are they going to discuss tomorrow?
Chat's correcting me. Patches go live on Tuesday. It's not Monday.
Tuesdays.
So
yes.
Next Tuesday, not next Monday.
Yes, next Tuesday. But yeah, hope everyone has a great rest of the day. Peace out.
You too, gentlemen. Round of applause. Thank you once again, Isaiah, Kilgoon, and Pon Pon, for granting us the permission to join you guys as well in studio. Just kidding. Appreciate your work, gentlemen. Jokes aside, I am looking forward to this. Okay, now let me switch to the Smite 2 screen. Let me pull the game up. Is there an update available? Let me check. It's complete. We can play. We can check out the Ganesha aspect that has been nerfed. I didn't get to play it before it got nerfed. Now we can look at new things. Test out different things as well. Game is loading up here. Just be patient. Bam, 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 bam. I'm excited. Tuesday we'll get here in a flash. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more days. Oh, Tuesday's the beginning of the month. You got to pay your bills next week, man. Have your money ready. All right, game's loading up. You guys should see something here shortly. And while that happens, I will take my chance. And use the restroom. We back. That took us into overtime. Wow. Time has flown by. We are now 2 hours in. Claim. Okay, all this is going to change. Oh, there's the game. You guys here? Let me see. Check the audios. Where is the... All right, there we go. Right there. Oh, yes. You guys are able to hear. Beep, 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 beep. This is going to change. It's going to be out of here. You're finally going to add arrows here. See? You can't really see these unless you highlight them. They're really small. So I'm glad that they made them. They're going to make them bigger. How many are there? You can't tell. It's so dark here. So happy that they're adding the arrows as well here. Not just 5011 stuff. Now you can just click, 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 click. Do whatever you want to see. Why does it sound extra loud? Let me try that new aspect or the nerf. The nerfed aspect for the homie Ganesha. Yeah, passed him. Missed him. There he is. Over here. Aspect of the triumphant. Ohm no longer silences but deals damage to enemies in front of you and provides yourself and allies movement speed. Not so much.
Nope.
Turn of face mark now only procs the next time you hit the ability or you hit the marked enemy with an ability. Additionally, you no longer bestow kills to allies, but each god kill provides permanent cooldown rate. You get 50 bonus gold per gifted god kill. That's his passive. Although when you turn this on, No longer does that apply. What was it? It was like 1, right? 1 cooldown, permanent cooldown. Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. New aspect. The elephant in the room. This one fits well with him. You still can't spin him here? That's one quality of life I wish they would listen to or change. Oh, you can spin this one. Look. What? Why can't I spin him anymore? I was successful on the first spin. What? Okay, go back. Look on Danza. Throw it out. Okay. Go back to Ganesha. That was weird. Throw it out. Okay, now it's acting normal. What the? That was weird. You can spin. Can you spin here? You can! Okay. Things seem to be working now. Abilities. Yo, that's why he was getting banned in... Okay, finally we can spin them all everywhere. You can't spin them over here, though, on the home screen. Nope.
Nope.
I would like to have a spin section here. We're about to get a new skin for Afro Titty. Let's go. Only have 1 good skin for her. Yo, her base model already looks phenomenal. Here's her elf. Looking pretty good. Looking a lot more paler though. This one has more life to it. Yeah, the skin tone. A lot more natural. This elven one hasn't seen light in 11 years.
I'm going for jungle buff.
Or here's the e-girl one. Nice cinched waist. Snatched waist. Is that a cat? It is a cat. Oh, it has shades too. Oh, it's a microphone. That's what it is. Wow, here's a whole stand. It's a mic. Yep.
Split push. Save yourself.
Saviors. There's a lot going on here. Pretty crazy. A lot of colors. Bright colors at that too. I do like the base black though. The cool little leather-ish thing. Am I still waiting? Yep. Damn. I just want to play Ganesha's aspect. I played Scylla's yesterday. Restricted. Event. Oh, you got until June 30th, until the new patch, to claim your prize. Which I should probably put on this one. This and that. Bam. Equip. Alright, we jumping in. Let's go, baby. Who else? Ares is her man. One of her man. Pretty sure she has a plethora of men in her pool.
Select your god.
I shall, Lord Lady. Wonder if they're gonna add a nut here. Hold on. Where's Ganesha? Jeez. Ganesh. Aspect of the devil turned on. You can't rotate him here either. That sucks. You used to be able to. I wonder if they're gonna add pedestals or the little platforms from Yosemite Sam 1. Bum, 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 bum. Hydrate up. Mitch over here. Man, you suck. That's so lame, man. Everybody joins a queue, and then there's a dodger. Why did you even join the queue in the first place, dog? If you're just gonna dodge and not play the freaking game. Damn it. After waiting for 11 years. Oh, this is gonna change too. Where is it? Yeah, you have to cancel in order to be able to go into the new selection of gameplay of which you want to do. Another phenomenal show. Thank you, fellas, once again for providing us with excellent information and news. I'm looking forward to this new update. Mercury is probably gonna be fun as hell to play. I saw someone in on Twitter when I got the thumbnail for the stream. Someone was saying, "Oh, support Merc is so back." So, Bruiser,
Select your
Bruiser,
god.
high damage dealing support characters. That's more of my style now.
Ganesh.
Ganesh. Oh, thank you, Vulcan. He's boosting us with his account booster. We got a Raw, Amaterasu, and the final team member we shall have today will be Loki. Loki's our final member. Homie was taking a while. So I put the cricket sound for him. Who will we be facing? Alright, I need to double up on intelligence for this. Otherwise, it's not going to work at all. Another mother freaking Mitch, man. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm glad they're changing this up. Look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 things to choose from. And then 14, 15, 16 extra ones for practice. This is a lot of stuff for new players. So glad they're changing that. All right, let's run it again. Hopefully that Mitch doesn't join this third lobby. Oh, god damn, man. Otherwise, we'll never play this game at this rate.
Nope.
All these motherfuckers joining just to dodge the game, waste time. Yeah, no, man. That's so lame. Can there be a deserter status punishment for these Dodgers, man? There has to be some. I'd like there to be some sort of consequence to those that choose to join in a match and then just leave for X reason. Nope, no, brother.
Nope.
I've been having Dodgers joining. There's been one guy on the enemy team twice now that hasn't made a single pick. So we're now in perpetual pause. We can't play. I can't test out Ganesha's nerfed aspect now because of the freaking Dodger. And I doubt that they're just away. They're AFKing while they join. Or perhaps they are. Who knows? That can actually be the case. They just hit join and then left. to go to the restroom or get some food, whatever the reason. Point is, they just aren't choosing. And that sucks. Now we're stuck here waiting again. Another 11 years. Like 2 minutes already. I'm just trying to get my games in. Practice here. These mofos just getting in the way. Freaking being speed bump ass ninjas. Hell no. I'd like for there to be some sort of penalty to those deserters, so to speak. To those dodgers. Those doyers. Those doyers. Like if you dodge 2 games in a row, bam, penalized. You get 1 freebie, all right? You get 1 freebie. People leave, join, and then leave, right? I understand that. So you get one grace, 1 strike. After the second one, bam, punishment. No 3-strike rule. No, 2. You can only dodge cues twice consecutively. Because now look at this. We've been stuck here waiting, what, 10 minutes now? Yeah, 15 looks like it. 15 minutes just waiting. What a waste of time, man. So I'd like there to be some sort of penalty to these Dodgers, man. Just ruining shit. They're ruining the game before the game is even played. That's lame. They don't even want to try to get a win. They don't want to take the L, whatever it is. They're just dodging, man. Fucking hell. At this point, I just want to leave now. Not much for me to do here, man. This is just extra bonus. We're in overtime now. I watched what I wanted to watch, streamed what I wanted to stream. Joining another match. All right. Probably gonna be a 3rd Dodger here in this one too.
Select your god.
Trying to do some testing here, man.
Ganesh.
Oh, again. All right, we got a Rama, Afro Titty, Kukulkan, and 1 more. We'll find out who it is shortly. We got 3. He has to be a physical. Because we're going DPS, magical DPS. Or intelligence, I should say. Wheelie, okay. I see. Respect, respect. Oh, and I think they fixed the blink bug. Enemy Kukulkan Neath, another Wheelie. A Medusa and another Ganesh. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We're facing off against the same characters. So 6 characters are all the same. There's 2 versions of each. So it's going to be up to Afro and Rama, and then Neath and Medusa. Make the difference. The difference. What's an opal? That's at least a level 5. And Terry Jones. Let me get this. And this.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Salutations, friends.
Oh. Who was that? Oh, Kukulkan.
Minions have spawned.
I go through. I didn't grab him. Boom. I do right.
Attack!
Nice.
Death can save you.
Good job.
So
What's he doing?
this cosmic wind.
Oh, he's going intelligence connection too.
Your wickedness.
Vicious too. Get him. Slow down.
Your portal.
Ah! Oh, I'm out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. This. Whoops. Damn edge. Beam, beam, beam. Kind of missed my ult too. I wasted it.
Don't fear the threat. Your evil strengthens our resolve.
Whee! Thank you, Afro. Oh, that got me barely. That got me barely.
Your wickedness stops here. You will go no further.
Nice.
Enemy has been slain. Don't fear the threat.
Get the stun off. Oh my gosh. Kukulkan chasing Kukulkan. Gosh, I'm out here protecting everybody. I missed that one.
I have been humbled.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks.
No problem.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Nope.
Sometimes they're elephants. Let me see. Give me this as well. More intelligence. All right, I'm at one. One cooldown.
Ultimate is ready. Your evil strength. Your wickedness stops here.
Oh my gosh. That turbo boost speed is still pretty good. Let's go! Oh my gosh, this team is awesome.
Don't fear them, friends.
No! One of us was gonna fall there. That's too bad! Sorry, Wheelix, I couldn't protect you. Give me more movement speed. Go, baby, let's go! Alright, now I'm at 2. How many stacks can I get this game? Freedom! She's got her eye on me. This neat. Come on, Rama, good job. Guys, get her team, get her. Oh my gosh! No! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my gosh. Just kidding, thanks. Falling back. Right. Woo! Hey, let's go.
You rock.
Thank you, guys.
I am so
Ultimate is ready.
proud of you.
My ult is ready.
Your wickedness stops here. An enemy has been slain.
Damn. So this team is about it. They know what's up. Get too far away from you, Afro. He got me dead. Oh my gosh, that movement speed's insane.
With cosmic wings.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yo, Aspect Ganesha. Pretty goated. Give me... Do a poly? Yes. And I got my ult again! Go, about to jump in here. Oh my gosh! I'm dead. I'm dead! They got me. They got me! Oh my gosh, that was a well-timed, well-placed, well-executed ult play there. Woo! Hey, brother! Thank you! I just received a stunner.
This will
Give me some
surely
poly
be
action,
our
baby.
success.
Bim, 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 bim. 3-1. Oh my gosh, so many.
Your evil strengthens our resolve.
Yeah. Kill steal. I just kill steal there, not gonna lie.
You will go no further.
That's so dirty.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Missed it.
An enemy has left the game.
Oh, he's mad! Ah, damn. He got discouraged.
Evil strengthens our resolve.
I'm dead. I'm dead! I'm dead. That's too bad. Let me see, brother. What did you send to me? All right. Let me see. That was awesome. Yeah, brother. Thank you. Give you a round of applause and some acknowledgement there.
Acknowledge me.
Okay. Back in the game. Whoops. Give me Necronomicon. Oh, yeah.
Freedom!
Freedom! Your teamwork is pretty spectacular. Nah, they're gonna quit. Rampage!
Your wickedness stops here.
You did.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, man. Not giving up though.
Evil strengthens our resolve. Now that was a problem.
Oh my gosh, that's too bad.
You down, baby.
Yo, that movement speed is insane. I like it. I can see why you got nerfed. He is crazy fast. Oh damn, he got me good. Dude, he melts. He melts through everybody and everything. Oh my gosh, this aspect is insanely powerful. It's so much fun too. I walked into that one. I walked into that damage. Solito al matadero. Oh my gosh, I can see why Ganesha Jungle's a thing. Ooh, even faster. Doom Orb. I want this though. More cooldown. I want to spam my ult as much as possible. Oh, they might quit here in 2 seconds. Here's somebody over here. Oh, I'm dumb. That was poor pathing on my part. Freedom! Whoopsies. Come on, leave it. Nice. Damn, now we're just spawn killing them. That sucks. Damn it, I got 5 cooldown. Let him come out of base. Can't get anything done this way. Yeah, they surrendered.
That's too bad.
Ah, that's lame. This aspect is incredible. It's probably one of my favorite ones right now. Oh my gosh! Wow! Bye. Oh. I'm dead. Bad. More cooldown, baby. We're gonna go as far as we can go with this. Rampage. Yo, this aspect is probably the most fun right now. He's dead. Oh, he barely lived. Way to go, Kook. Way to go, Kook. He might die, though, for overstaying. Oh my gosh, he left. Oh, no, there goes a wheelie. There he goes. He's dead. That's too bad. Whoa, I got a 30-second death timer. Understandable, though.
Your fortunes are on the rise.
Good luck. Oh, it's a 12-minute mark. Now they're about to surrender here. I don't see any reason for them to stay. Which one's the pure intelligence one? Some rod. Up to Hootie. We got this crazy ass dude over here.
Ultimate is ready. Your wickedness.
Oh my gosh, again. Where are you going, man? Where are you going? Oh my goodness. Pure abuse. Because Ganesha left, he rage quitted. Oh wow, she got me again with that. I'm dead. There he goes. He got himself. He redeemed himself.
The enemy has 50 tickets remaining.
It's up to you two.
You're on fire. Your fortunes are on the rise.
Good luck. 4v2 or 3v2. They won't push though. The enemy team.
Nope.
They can risk getting got. That's too bad, man. I'm at 7. 7 cooldown. Ooh. She's dead. Oh, she barely lived. Oh my gosh, she's so lucky. I need $1,800. 700 more. Yo, they're playing the game to the end though, so shout out to them. All right, Google Khan, you got me last. You know what's had to happen, right? Where you going?
The enemy has 10 tickets remaining. You will go no further.
Ulti the fountain, baby! Oh my gosh! That was crazy! Yo, this new Ganesha aspect fucking slaps! It slaps so hard, it makes you want to slap your mama. Oh my gosh, 10 is 6, 9 and 4. Yo, in Conquest, this aspect goes hard, even harder. This guy left after getting got. He died 6 times. Oh my gosh. That's wild. He's like, nah, I'm out. I've had enough of this BS. Could have continued playing and just testing out the aspect. That's insane. Did they end up fixing it? I don't think so. That movement speed though, from his 2. That's next level. That was so much fun. And then with Doom Orb, oh my, get movement speed items get even faster. Can you believe it? With some Stampede on there. Woo! Oh my gosh. That was crazy. That was a lot of fun too. See if we can luck in and get a Ganesha here in Assault. Wow. I love that aspect. It's so much fun. Let's see. Yeah, currently it's the most fun one. There's the boxing one for Agni. Make him an ADC. Oh, and then there's going to be the Nuwa one too. ADC Nuwa. That's coming in. That one could be potentially even more fun than this Ganesha one. Now Ganesha does DPS, baby. Let's go. Now you can actually kill steal. Instead of gifting the kill to your friends.
Nope.
That's my kill, you bitch. Where is it at? Here it is.
Select
Please it'll play.
your god.
It's been a while since I played that sound effect. What have the fates decided for us today? Uller! Damn, I'm not that good with Uller. Not gonna lie. Serby. I can take Cerberus. Cerberus. There we go. We got a Rama, a Poseidon, Merlin, and Achilles. Gonna be Serby. Yeah, I'll be a frontline along with Achilles, homie. It only knocks up. It's the Ghastly Breath takes an additional time for every 3 god souls you have killed. But souls no longer heal. His ult now only knocks up targets. Oh, they got an Ares. Moonbots, Kearney, another Achilles, and a Loki. You Loki. Oh, he's at rank 10. Rama and Smite 1. It's a pretty cool frame he's got. I think that's a Zeus level 10 one, maybe. It makes the most sense to me. Yes! Yes, brother. His silence now does damage. Every ability for Ganesha now does damage with his aspect turned on. That's why it's a lot of freaking fun. And you again. You have to build intelligence though. Otherwise, the damage won't really be there. Give me.
Hi.
Hello. 4 physicals. Ooh, okay. That's a tough roll they got. I'm pretty sure they kept cycling through characters. So 3 shells. Let's go. Oh, he's melee. Okay. Oh, Ares is the only magical one. Give me this, and then physical protection. Yeah. I guess some intelligence. How much protection? 25. What should I get for this? 35. I think this is just so valuable early game. I'll likely get Helm of Radiance second. I'll wait the $50 to get this. It's so valuable having 4 physical players as enemies, and I get 20 cooldown rate and 200 max mana, so that's more mana, and then some mana regen.
Hi.
Hi. Whee. Oh, this is a new field. Okay, he ulted. Do they have beads? Who has beads? Nobody, except for Ares. Interesting. Probably waiting for me to ult. Never forgetty. Mom spaghetti. Oh. Okay. Over here.
You cannot escape.
Nice. Nice. Never forgetty, mom spaghetti.
Protect me into the next.
Is that everybody?
Attack left lane.
Got him on the stun. You guys got that right? Yeah, you got that. You guys got that. GG team. Boom.
Fire the shackles.
Let me get this red buff. Nobody wants it? Shit, I'll take it. Thanks. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's see if they'll surrender. I think they might. Oh, I whiffed that so hard. Damn it. He's melee.
Something good.
Damn, I got all of them. Oh my gosh. Damn, that's too bad. Kill me. Aerial support! Get him, Rama. Nice. Oh, that's too bad. Damn. That's so delayed. Damn, too far. I'm dead. Shell, baby! Shell tech! Shell tech! Yeah, I got. I'm about to get got too, if I'm not careful. Yep, here we go. Ooh, I got him. Nice. Careful. Careful. Yeah, let's group over here.
Retreat.
Yep. Sheltech saved us there.
Group up.
Alright, cool. Well, too bad. Come again. Where are you going, boy? Over here. Nice. Shut up, monkey. Nice. I got him too. Oh, the tower took him out first. These guys are gonna surrender. Take it, you magic users. I guess I'll take it. You guys don't want it. Okay, I'll take it.
Cancel that.
Freedom! Aerial support, Rama. No, you should have never come here.
You cannot escape. By the shadows, meet my flame.
Over here. Yo, look at the value I'm getting from breastplate. Stop it, Loki.
An enemy has been slain.
Stop it there, Ares. Oh, yeah. Yo, we're brawling out here. We're cooking with fish grease.
Shut down.
Yep, take it. Take it.
Ready to eat, to rest, to recover. On my way. I'm going for jungle buff. Retreat.
They're fighting. They don't really need it. I'm at 1 HP, man. I'm desperate for some health. Too bad. Mistimed it. He still had his jump up though, even with Poseidon's pool there. How the fuck is that possible? That's weird. He shouldn't be able to jump. He's crippled there. You're not gonna come up here.
By the shackles.
Silence. Good job. In all my years. Why? He goes in and then just dashes out. He does a lot of damage though. That's crazy. Anybody's low on mana? Nope.
Be still.
B. Loki might come after Rama. Nope, not after that. Nice. Good push him now.
I got your back, brother. Bow to your ruler.
No. You guys can't take me.
Your middle tower is under attack.
No worries, guys. I got this. Got it. I got it. We gooch. We gooch.
Where do you think you're going? Your middle tower.
I'm dead. I thought I had it. I didn't. Sorry. Now give me magical protection. Give me... Ooh, this. More cooldown. The more the better. This is more physical. This. And this. Alright. Now I shouldn't die.
Pleased to meet you.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
On my way.
On my way. They're still brawling. That's good. 18 to 11. Not bad. Not bad. You guys haven't thrown in the towel just yet.
Colder than the depths of the universe.
Yeah, that's all the rolls. Essentially.
You cannot escape.
Oh my gosh. Slow down. Silence. Go. Let's go, baby. He has to let it go, or he's gonna die. He's still gonna die. Yo, team wipe, let's go. His dash is pretty long though. We only got one guy in there. He's about to die. He's gonna take one for the team. Oh. Whoop up, whoop up. That's too bad. They still got him. Oh, he's gonna ult. Oh my gosh, so many stuns. Oh my gosh, dog. Why the fuck didn't I jump? That's so lame. Give me this Loki detector. This is a great back and forth, though. I'm liking it. The spirits are strong in this lobby. So many threshold of execution characters. Good job. Aerial view. Oh my gosh, look at that teamwork. Incredible. Nice, and he took it. Good job, Achilles. And he's about to get a buff. Oh, whew. All right. Can I get anything? Nope. I'm on my way.
On my way. Ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a middle.
Oh, we got the tower though.
Be careful. On my way.
On my way. Get out of here. USA, baby! USA! Freedom! Right, he's gone for 40 seconds. Alright. I don't want to jump in there and they jump in there too, or they jump out. Alright, that's his ult. Oh, there goes the monkey ult. Oh my gosh, there's so much action happening here. I get the Ares. Oh, the knockback saved him. Where are you going, man? So low. How is he dashing twice? What the fuck? Missed him. How the fuck is he dashing twice? Oh my gosh, this game is crazy. Oh my gosh. No! I can't jump! I can't jump to save my life! Loki detector. Alright. Oh my gosh, this freaking game is pretty good. Let's go, baby! Yo, this game is pretty good. They're still fighting. Enemy team is still fighting. Shout out to them. Come on, Rama, back him up. Good job. Ooh, he still got the kill though. Phoenix got the last hit. Get this real quick. Next person. I got my pockets full.
On my way.
On my way. What is that? Are those the Nagas? Or is it the bomb? I think the Nagas. Yeah, it's next. Boom. Good job. Nothing else I can get, right? This will help too. That's why I saved the trip the previous step. So I can take it now. I'm thinking ahead.
On my way.
This dude, he's oh, I see.
An enemy has been slain.
Nice. Never again. This. Oh. Nice. Oh my gosh. Yo, we're all crazy. I have a lot of AoE too. Oh, okay, I got him. I got him. Loki detector on. Loki detector on. Let's go, baby. Hey, we got the bird. What a game. Oh, this just got me. Nice. This guy again. Loki detector still on. Oh my gosh. He died. How the fuck can this guy dash back to back? Fuck that guy. How the hell is he dashing back to back to back? Nice. He got him still. GG's. Well played, enemy team. This was a great game. Back and forth to the bitter end. That's how it should be. Well done. All 10 players of us in this lobby. GG's. Let's check out this dude's cooldown, man. What did he have? 20, 30, 40, and 50. 50 cooldown. All right. 7717. That was pretty fun. This Poseidon, man. He had pure attack speed. He was shooting out projectiles like a freaking Gatling gun. Pew 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 pew. Yo, we fought well. Oh, he went bruiser build. Okay, Achilles, I see you. I just went pure defense, man. This is pretty good. Glad shield getting a buff. Let's go. 2 and 10 for this guy. Whew. We didn't have healers though. Only he could heal off of his abilities. We still got this though. Interesting. Loki 5 and 10, not that effective. This guy was the most annoying one out of everybody on their team. He was dashing like every 2 seconds. 818 for gold. 34 million damage for the Merlin. He damage mitigated the most. 52 billion for the Achilles. I got 41 trillion. Just kidding. That was pretty fun. Let's check out that Carnunos' 3 cooldown. Where is he? Serby. Here he is. Level 2. Man, let's claim some stuff. We got nothing to claim. Ernie, his 3 cooldown on that is 15 at rank 1 and at max rank 13. So if we do 50, taking that into a percentage, about 6.5 seconds. He was dashing way more often than that, though. That was a lot of sussy dashing that guy did. Interesting. Is it similar to that blink bug? I wonder. Because he was dashing and dashing back to back. He had no item that allowed him to do that. Oh, we can't even look at the builds. Can you add that, high-res? Add the post-game Carnage build viewability or visibility. All we can see is this. I want to see the build. He had 50. His total cooldown was at 50. Which would bring him up to 6.5 seconds, like I was saying. If I'm assuming everything is correct. However, he was dashing faster than that. He was dashing, what, every 3 to 4 seconds. Let me see, dash forward, passing through all types of enemies. And let me see, your basic attack's no longer, it's a cleave. Shifter of season effects to all enemies hit. In addition, horn charge cooldown is reduced when hitting an enemy god or jungle monster. There we go. That's his 3. How much though? It doesn't say how much the cooldown is. I would like to know. So if he was already at 6.5, if it's 1 to 2 seconds, that would make sense. That would make sense. If it's a 1 to 2 second extra cooldown reduction. That's why he just kept dashing through us. So he could continue to dash. Makes sense. Alright. My suspicions have been cleared. I'm good to go. Oh, hello. Random number. Forgot to mute my freaking phone. I thought I did. Well, that happened. That was pretty fun. Can we get rank him in? Yeah, I kind of want to call it there. I think end it on another high note. Look at that. I'm about to get a bunch of L's the next time I play this game. A bunch of L's. 25 minutes, not bad. 20 minutes. This was 20 minutes. Even though they were down, oh man. I'm chilling. Yeah, I can end it on a high note there. Get some extra overtime games. I'm looking forward to next Tuesday when Merc and Open Beta Patch 13 drops on Unreal Engine 5.5. Shout out to the Live Gang, Replay Gang, and the Lurk Squad as well. And once again, shout out to Sylvia Stolarikova. There we go, that's how you pronounce it, right? Stolarikova. Sylvia. For the new sub. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I almost forgot. The button will play when it plays. Damn it. Ruining the moment button. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Remember, detach yourselves, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification on YouTube so you don't miss another live stream video or short. Follow and chat with me on Twitch as well.
Who is here? Thor is here! Thor!
Of course, the delayed notification sound effect. Just played. Thor's Day. Let's run it again.
Who is here? Thor is here! Thor!
Yes, this is Thor's Day, aka Friday Junior, aka Takeout Thursday, aka Ling Ling Thursday. Shout out to CGA and the Coach Yang. If you know, you know. We'll be back tomorrow with another live stream. And don't forget to exercise, drink plenty of water, eat healthy, get plenty of rest and sleep. And until tomorrow, you guys and ladies and gentlemen, we out of here, brothers and sisters. Peace. Take care.